It's going to be Dcash. TyLoo starting on the CT side, Luminosity on the Ts, and we're getting straight into this one. It's going to be quite a defensive hold from both teams here. Luminosity showing most of their hand towards the B side of the map. 3 sets of armor, and they've got 2 sets of utility as well. Cold Zero and Fallen on the smoke grenades. Judging by the setup right now, I'd say this will be a delayed B take, smoking towards upper and CT spawn. Flashbangs over and swarming the site with the Molotov they have as well.
Fallen. He'll be the first to show. He's going to just check out toward the quad position and the fence. Double stack set up right now from TyLoo on that position. You always can talk about the retakes the teams play on the A site. It's again another frustrating no-peek situation where they will be waiting, but Fallen, he hits the shot. That's crucial. Takes down Mo, and it's all for fake. They're going into the B site.
This is so perfect. All of the CTs have rotated over towards A. Fallen, one player by himself on towards the A site. Smoke goes down. Looks like a standard A take coming in. He finds a kill as well. It's such a dream situation. And now he's actually able to hold the flanks as well. This is ideal. Very, very surprised if TyLoo can do anything with this.
I know. The one-time teams don't stack up B. Like, you have to play the retake on A. Guess what? We're going B. Fallen does go down, though. Somebody gets him rotating in from behind, takes out middle, and back into the B tunnel. So this will hold LG in place, pincer them in, and DD goes back, finds Taco. FNX has to find the shots on the site, does get the first, but falls immediately to Fancy.
Wow.
TyLoo.
Considering the setup that they had there, they had the full bomb site and Fallen watching the flanks as well. TyLoo have done a remarkable job to actually get that pistol in their favor. They had the rotate so far, and they took the bait completely toward the A side. It was a 5-on-4 situation going into that retake.
The one skill that you can't deny that the Asian teams have had, even when we've seen them QIWI, Skyred, guys like Crazy Guy, Savage, they've all got aim. They've all got aim. That's one skill. Yeah, they've always been very good at that. So the pistol round, they hit their shots. Look at how easy that was, especially the shot on Fallen when they rotated around. Like you said, he was watching the flank, gone instantly.
There shouldn't be in a way that Luminosity could drop that round, but TyLoo have found something in it, and we go to 1-0 here. So no force buy from Luminosity this round. They will be upgrading their pistols and presumably buying the AKs in the next. We can see TyLoo are adjusting themselves for that. 4 Famis's and a UMP onto DD. And so far, Luminosity just trying to work a pick with these people, see if they get anything towards middle and the B storage area first. But an opportunity now, but he's taken down by attacker to open things up.
With the FAMAS that he does so. Decent damage onto DD. Taco going to try and use that Tech 9 to spam through the door. There's no one really waiting for it, and if he had a repeat it immediately, attacker did have the angle locked off. DD's playing out toward checker right now. Just checks the off corner, make sure no one's pushed up, but he's going to fall back, and attacker's going to watch out again as that door has opened. Needs to keep his attention toward it. FNX, meanwhile, going to try and lurk down middle. No one's going to be peeking this, but Mo is up by the ticket booth waiting to peek this, and it's actually a clever position because he won't be peeking anywhere. Somebody takes down 2 from the fence. Has to reset his aim, try and go toward the forklift, switches to the pistol. This is okay. All right, cold. I was going to say this is just a matter of time, but apparently he's got 1 shot with the Deagle.
This is where it gets interesting now. Luminosity definitely have the opportunity to get some AKs and a little bit of utility as well. TyLoo dropped 2 players last round, so they need to rebuy into this, but they should be absolutely fine. You can see them adjusting now. M4 on attacker, and they actually have 2 UMPs now. Somebody and DD rolling with those, and they're going to be fully aware that the rifles are coming out this round. I'm interested to see how they adjust their setup. Maybe they go for an initial pick, or they hold back in a more of a retake mentality, but fast mid-take coming in from Luminosity's teams, getting up there, smokes towards middles. FNX get the first frag. He takes down Mo, and that's mid completely overrun by the Brazilians there.
And FNX just going to get that Molotov out quickly toward that quad position. So the UMP is going to have to play hard against this armor. Attacker is boosted up, though. He's the one with the M4. He can do most damage, but remember yesterday, Luminosity, Fur, he came up highway and spotted that boost immediately against Mouse Sports.
It's such a textbook call from Luminosity to do that. They know that the money's still not great for TyLoo. They won't be able to the incendiary. He's not going to have long-range rifles necessarily. So just go for that fast mid-push there, taking them down with the AK-47s. It's a very difficult scenario for the CT. So now they have the man advantage, edging the way towards B. You can see Fur in the connector area as well, listening out for rotations. They've only got 1 player in the form of DD towards B as well. So this should be a guaranteed round for Luminosity at this stage.
DD, though, is in behind that box at checker. He's going to actually let them go by. It's an easy shot. Nade was getting ready to be drawn out from Cold Zero. Fur finds 1, but inside of the site. More importantly, Fancy gets caught. And that fall and taking down DD makes this all too easy. Attacker can actually just stay here to save. It's a very open position, but once he hits the shot, he can just jump down and go through the door and run away.
Well, like you said, very skilled players on this side. It's not a position you actually pre-fire here. They're going to come down to Fur to spot him. Timing doesn't work in attacker's favor, so trying to get the nade over, but does eventually get taken down by the Galil, and that's going to be Luminosity arriving in now. 2 plays 1, And we can see the money coming in for the CTs. Probably won't be able to justify a buy here. Probably able to get some upgraded pistols. DD, with extensive amounts of cash, will be able to drop a few PT50s. He upgrades to some body armor himself. So Luminosity on track here for 2-2. They're still really rolling with 3 AK-47s, 2 Galils. I wouldn't be surprised if they did this very similar tactic going in. Trying to go for that mid-control, take down any defending CTs, and then go into the default from there.
Somebody, shots rattling in front of him off the garage door. Just the P250 in hand, but look at this boost. It's going to be 3 players that go over an FNX. Oh, is he going to check it again or not? Because this is a gift, and he does find one on Mo. Now, does that discourage the others? Yes. Apparently so.
It should do. After getting your head blown off like that, I don't think the others will be too keen to face after that stage. But flurry of frags coming in for LG now. Very simple round for them. Taking a little bit of damage, but nothing really to worry about. Round 4 going in favor of Luminosity. So finally now, TyLoo will be able to buy into this round. They can get an AWP on towards Fancy One. It would be glass cannon at this stage. Or he could get body armor, just about hit exactly enough for that. So let's see where he decides to go. Whether he'll be aggressive. He's got a very poor spawn, so won't be able to push squeaky door or anything like that, but he'll be focusing towards middle of this stage. No open fallen. Obviously he's trying to build up the bankroll here. And maybe going for something a little bit faster. 3 players going towards A straight away.
No one pushing through. Either attacker looked like he was poised to go into A main. I was waiting to see if the push would happen because those 3 players might have had an answer for this. Taco's gonna open the door. If they had the okay, all right, door shut. I love when that happens. It's just fun to watch. It's a good little game.
He's still playing it.
You might as well. There, perfect. Keep doing it. Why not? But now that gives away the spray.
That's why not.
A little bit overextended there. Taco will get him down. I was going to say the 3 players, if someone does push A main, the reason I was watching the setup is because Taco can open the door and catch the player from CT in transition. Yeah. But that works as well.
That absolutely works. So somebody caught in the game of opening and shutting the door does get banged through it in the end. So Fancy One now readjusting himself. The CTs are left middle, fully open. That's why Fancy One is towards a quad area. He can keep his eye on towards highway, but this is looking like an A-sided attack. We have got 3 players in A storage. Tacker towards the squeaky door as well. Just waiting for the CT reaction now. You can see TyLoo don't have any grenades left apart from 2 flashbangs. That's it. They can't really hold off. Will execute here, and here it comes. LG making their next move.
Fancy. Oh, perfectly timed flash. Oh, an attacker! He lines up 2. It took out the AWP. You would have thought that was the chance gone. But attacker with a lineup gives them a real chance. DD just needs to secure the next kill. He'll do so, but falls down to 19 HP, and Fallen's able to chase him down. Mo has to do all of this from middle. Good position from Cold, just up against the wall. Bomb plant for Fallen after the time. That'll give him the extra money, but a win for Luminosity again.
Got a bit hairy there towards the end. Look, a very secure round for Luminosity. He's killing his screen right now. The double, dropping the bomb as well. How do you find that third? That was the round guaranteed, but unfortunately for TyLoo, it's Luminosity that pull through in round number 5. So this time TyLoo will be on to a pretty much full eco here. They have got PT50s and CZs. Haven't invested in any grenades, so they will be going for a full A stack here. Haven't got any flashbangs to push in, so they may be just going for a defensive setup and hoping that they can get some crossfires and some synergy put together. But it's looking like LG going for that fast mid-take once again. It's going to be Fur with the MAC-10 to get the first kill. He takes down DD, and he's just farming cash right now. He's the reconnaissance player and trying to establish where the stacks may lie. I think they are going to be aware now that there is a stack towards A, but the bomb is still going there from A storage. This could be risky, but they managed to capitalize. Taco taking out a Taco.
Well, somebody does drop bomb. Somebody gets more than that. Taco down, gun up. So 1 versus 2 now. And he's got the Galil to play with. They're split up as well. If you had gone around that corner, he could have isolated them into double one-on-one situation, but Fur's going to continue to lurk inside of the site as FNX does get on toward the highway. Good positioning from somebody to try and change it up, but they find him, they catch him.
I think it looked like Luminosity were fully aware it's an A stack there, but it didn't seem to care. Just went running in. And TyLoo did get 3 frags in the end, but Luminosity making sure they secure the round, and at least in crossfire. Here's the replay on the screen of somebody's double kill right now. Very nice stuff from him. But 4-2 in favor of the Brazilians. Now the AWP does come out for Fallen, and we'll see where he decides to take it. Normally goes towards B storage. He has got a decent mid spawn, so could try and beat the smoke there. As he will just in fact, but the CT just gets away in time. So a boost coming in once more, and they'll be trying to work that first pick from the boost position. FNX with Mo to find.
Attacker again going to play this forward stance, but this again starts to favor Taco, who's at the door. Thankfully, he's not going to show himself inside A main because he would have been caught off by that. Somebody wasn't in a position to watch the door if it opened. You almost need that second support player now in that role because that is sort of the play, the set play from the terrorists. If they don't win the battle at A main, they at least catch you falling back into the site. Attacker's going to wait by the forklift instead. Mo's come over a little bit closer. Now that they see that door's open, they can just put their attention in there instead. The problem is that Mo still needs to keep his attention toward middle as well. And Fur does find the first one. Good pick from him through the smoke.
I'm not a fan of that from Attacker. The smoke was just dissipating there as well. He just walks through.
This is it. This is it. This is the shot. This is exactly the Fur and Taco setup. Sorry to interrupt, but that is exactly what they did to Liquid. The double smoke setup to sneak him into the corner. That works again, but it's traded by Mo.
Yeah, it's very interesting creative strategy there. Walking through the wall of smokes to find the kill towards quad. They do find the kill, but it does get returned, but Mo does drop in the end. Now it's just going to be Fancy One. He hasn't got the AWPs. He's going to be CT4 and finds the kill onto Cold Zero, though. Still a 3-on-2. This is possible. We've got DD coming in from main, from middle as well, so FNX will hear him. And he's boosted, so that's an easy frag for him. And that should be the round secured now, but yes, you're absolutely right. It's quite an interesting way and an innovative approach to the A-bomb site.
Yeah, so for anyone who's not familiar with it, as Fur closes it out, you can look it up. Dren did a video on it when reviewing the demo of the semi-final between both Liquid and Luminosity at the Major just a week ago. What they do is they drop out a smoke immediately from door. Taco throws that, and then Fur from A main lines one up that lands just behind it toward the quad, and then Taco can basically walk through two smokes and get to quad without even being seen. So they tried it there. It actually worked. Taco got the first kill.
It looks like it was one of those plays where you're just doing a standard A attack and you're expecting, oh, no terror's going to come through that, and you just sneak through the smoke. It's very cool, but we're going to round number 8 now. It's going to be CZs and a Deagle for TyLoo, stacking towards A once again. We have got DD alone in the checkers area as well. Heavy damage being done towards Mo. But Fur with that mid control once again, he'll just be making his way towards Highway now. Should be able to take down Attacker. There is the first kill from him. Somebody with a lovely shot with the CZ. He's be going heavily in favour of Luminosity this round. Just 2 players remaining for TyLoo. Has to be somebody on 5 HP. Gets one before he drops somehow. But now just Fancy One remaining by the CT truck.
See if we can find anything with the CZ as well. Nose one's out towards Squeaky. Really pretty desperate situation. Cold's on 4. So he needs to be a little bit careful, but there it is. Taco's just going to win it out pretty straightforward with the AK. 6-2 Luminosity. A little bit better this time on their T half than what they achieved against that of Mouse Sports.
Well, now we have got decent money for TyLoo here. They've stabilised the economy. This is where Fancy One can bring out the AWP once again. He's got a very decent spawn this time up. But last time he had the AWP, he had the worst spawn you can actually get. So let's see what he decides to do. We'll be making his way towards B. He has been playing towards middle primarily, so let's see if he can work this first pick. 2 players for Luminosity making their way to the storage area, so he could have a real opportunity to find his first pick. He's going to be smoked out though, so we'll have to readjust himself to checkers.
And FNX is waiting way back toward the truck again in case any aggression comes out. Fancy with that AWP already smoked off, and B is going to limit himself to the headshot position. Very passive angle. Will be able to find an early pick. Somebody does, though. He takes down Taco. That's out towards Squeaky, and this time gets aggressive to do it.
Yeah, nice stuff from him. 5 and 4 in favour of the CTs now. It's probably the first time they've actually had the man advantage, so readjusting himself. Somebody's actually rotating. They've gone to a more passive hold on A, making the T's make the next move.
And a quick little pop flash to do it. He knew Fur was going to be watching the other angle because that's the setup, Taco and Fur. It's Fancy, though. Here it is. If he can make this AWP work deep inside of the B site. He's got Fallen already lurking inside of that checker position. The bomb's not committed, but Fallen wants to try and equalize this situation. Thin out the defense, force them to spread across the map. It's been a little bit slow and passive about doing it. Thankfully, DD's not peeking out from CT because there's no need for TyLoo to get aggressive. This is... Oh, all right, Fallen. He does find Fancy. It looked like there was no way he had the angle, but just spots him up near the box. And DD can't move on this, and they're going to execute. They're going to go quickly toward the B site right now, and there will be a smoke deployed immediately in front of DD. A little bit deep. That's a flash. There's a nade, lands on his feet. No smoke still, though, and he's going to have this lineup. If they don't check this, the M4 is going to get at least 1. He falls to 4 HP, but that evens back up on the entry, and good flash in. DD, what a job done. Where's the smoke?
Yeah, the T's didn't actually have one left, so they had to just straight up face that. I'm not sure why they're not facing it together, but Fallen does find the kill on towards DD. The CT's now pinstering the bomb side. Fallen doing everything he can. He is on a 2-on-1, but it's not going to be enough. TyLoo finally get back into this game. 6-3 now, but that all came down to DD. Fantastic work from him. Even when he's fully blind, he got a great shot onto the second terrorist. Players are making their way to the site. Here's the replay right now. First kill, I thought that was enough. He'd fall back, but he goes back in. Flash comes in, and he takes down FNX in that second frag.
And you're dead right, no smoke. For some reason, I thought Fallen still had one, but that flash, that second shot was so good.
It was weird to have the way they were facing, though. They should be facing, when they're that sort of scenario, you should be facing together. At least you have the refrag at that point. It was a little bit too late. Managed to get him down to low HP, but DD shouldn't be getting 2 kills there. Fancy One now, getting confident. He's pushing into A storage. Fallen's find the first frag, though. There it is. Fancy one tries to get the return, but misses the shot. Goes out to low HP, but Attacker doing what he can on the A site. Damage being inflicted to both sides, but it's still an equal situation of 4-4.
Fancy's going to fall all the way back off this as well with the AWP. Down to 44. Taco continues to try and spray through the door as well. And FNX is boosted. They haven't been putting a lot of mid pressure on TyLoo. This is rather passive CT side in terms of that mid stance, but look at Mo. Mo's positioned inside A main. He could actually walk out, and FNX isn't going to be ready for this at all. Does he check it, though? He's out of sight. Oh, they're going to pass each other. FNX turn to the right, Mo turn back. They're both gone. No information gathered from either side, but this does give Mo a chance to walk all the way around to B, and FNX not spotting this. His teammates aren't going to be ready for this at all, and there's 3 inside of the B site as well. FNX will get towards the vent. Cold's got the first kill, but watch it. Mo needs to go quickly. He's starting to try and move a little bit faster. It's down to just one player left in the site. It's Attacker. Oh, he's gonna wait. This is even more clever, even more sneaky. Bomb dropped, and there's the shot. Mo's got there in time. Down to the one-on-one, but FNX turns around and hits him.
What a shot there from FNX at the end. As you said, the timing's really working out in TyLoo's favor there in terms of Mo coming in for the backstab. And it looked like TyLoo had a huge advantage going into that 2-on-1 situation, but FNX just seems like he's just too on point today, and that's a full reset for TyLoo after winning the last round. They're going $1,400 into number 11. So Luminosity adjusting themselves now. 2 MAC-10s. They just be going in, all guns blazing, presumably towards the A bomb site, considering the setup right now. Could go check out middle as well. Nades going towards highway, and then we'll be boosting up as well. So this buy from TyLoo will just be CZs and PT50s. DD with some body armor, but this could cost them 2.
Taco and Cold started off well. Taco on the MAC-10. He finds 2 kills with it, worth the investment. But Fancy and DD doing some damage. Getting 2 kills back, and DD has picked up an AK on that because he finds the kill on the off-site. Bomb's going to get planted. Fur's going to go on the hunt to try and take this AK back, and he'll do so successfully. Not only that, gets the extra $600 where it is with a MAC-10.
Lovely stuff there from LG.
Does Cold have a cold? Coughing a little bit there.
Was he?
Cold with a cold?
We'll have to find out, Matt. Well, maybe we can ask the mix at halftime.
Maybe.
We can find out.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, where was I?
Don't know.
Counter-Strike.
Probably saying something more important than what I was saying.
Yeah, probably. I would assume that's quite fair. But the money situation for TyLoo, I said they potentially could eco to here, but they're going to be going for the 4 spy. So 3 M4s, 2 Famishes, no kids, a distinct lack of utility, not a single incendiary, 1 smoke grenade. This round will be very difficult. But I like Mo's position here. I don't see that very often. It can be very effective every now and then. He's above the main entrance there in middle. But Luminosity back into more of a default. You can see that position from Mo. He's going to be baited in by Fancy One. He needs to face very aggressively to take all the aggro away. And now it looks like the wall of smoke's coming in for LG now. I think this position could actually pay dividends for Mo here.
Actually could. It's nifty. We don't see this very often. FNX going to walk directly under it. As long as he doesn't spot a gun barrel by some off chance, and he won't. Just not common. It's going to be looked at. FNX goes down. The information given, Mo has to fall away from this. Needs to be careful he doesn't get peeked. Fallen was waiting for the angle in the AWP.
Where's the backup?
Immediate shot. That's exactly it. There's no one peeking out from white box to try and get a refrag on it.
Like if you're going to try and fall back, surely you hide until your teammate's there with you. And then if you do die, at least you can get the refrag. Like both teams are at a risk at least. That was just full advantage for Luminosity. And that kill they found, considering the buys, is a huge, huge lead now for the T side. It is 8-3, and there's no grenades left for the CTs whatsoever. 3 in the A site from TyLoo. I'm going to come back to a point really quickly because somebody takes down Taco. That equals it up. But if they're going to stack up this site, DD needs to be getting information on B, and he was just cowering inside. There would have been no chance for him to shut down a push on that site. Thankfully, it is going on to A. As somebody's doing all the work, he gets 2. Cold the second to drop. And it's on Fallen. Bombs dropped. Oh, by forklift and Fallen. Uncharacteristic miss. Hits the second one, but it's onto the lag, and he can't even get back toward that player. So Attacker stays alive. And TyLoo pick up the round. Yeah, so Mo did get that first frag in that interesting boost spot in middle, but answered back, and it's somebody who's actually turns into the hero here, pushing through aggressively towards the A main entrance, the jumping shot to take down the second. Gets 3 kills in the end, so good work from him. But still not out of the woods just yet. This round would reset TyLoo once more. So they have got the AWP. It's going to be Captain Mo with it this time, so he'll be going towards A, maybe towards the squeaky door, as he actually will go in as well. I actually like this pick a lot. Not going to have any challenges here. Luminosity will be focusing efforts towards middle.
Flash in 2 players to push it this time, rather than the standard one. And Mo's going to find 2 shots, takes Taco and Fallen. Traded though, and well traded at that, because Cold and Fur get both kills the other way. TyLoo's still going to push this. Somebody knows the bomb's down, so he wants to establish this presence. And playing this off corner, FNX is going to have to be careful when he walks around, and somebody hits the angle. So bomb is still firmly in the control of TyLoo.
Yeah, 3 on 2 now. And they have, like you said, got full control of the bomb. Fur and coldzera actually both towards the other side of the map right now. They're hoping that someone's still on the B site and they can find a rotation kill or something, but with the bomb in that position, I'm not really sure why they're wasting so much time here. We have got coldzera on 6 HP, so it's going to be a very difficult situation for them to do anyway, but maybe going for something here. coldzera waiting in T-spawn while Fur tries to negate himself through CT spawn, checking every angle as he goes. They still have 40 seconds here, so if Fur was able to find a frag onto the A side and kind of separate the CTs and get them confused, then maybe we do have an opportunity here.
Oh, spotted up though, the feet, tries to spray down. Cold can't land it through the wall. Somebody falls away with 4 HP. 29 seconds, they still have to retrieve that bomb, and the lurk from Fur as he tries to flank them out. Attacker was watching it the entire time, and now they know where Cold is with 6 HP himself. Good spray down through the gap in the truck, but that's all it's gonna do.
Yeah, not really much for coldzera to do with this. 10 seconds remaining, 6 HP. He has got somebody on low, but this round's over. That was a very good adjustment from TyLoo. We saw Mo with the decent spawn. He goes towards the squeaky door area. Like I said, Luminosity was so focused in tunnel vision towards middle, they didn't really consider that being a possibility, the push from squeaky. As Mo picks up 2 frags in the side, he falls back. They get the bomb down as well. It's somebody complimenting him with the A-main aggression as well. So Luminosity, go on.
So I was gonna say, Cold dying that late, he should have just fallen back and saved, because he's limited to a Tech 9. That would have gave him an AK that they wouldn't have had.
Well, going to round number 14, and instead the money has been affected for Luminosity. Tech 9s and 3 rifles. Looks like Fur wants to find this pick towards A storage pretty quickly. Somebody on the other side there. And it's going to be an A-sided attack. You see no presence towards B whatsoever from the Brazilians. They have got smokes here, so they could do more of a set piece. As Taco does spam away through the door.
Smoke gonna come out as well from DD to delay over at B, but somebody wants in desperately to this house. It's on fire. Now the room is on fire. It's not Anderson Semler, it's somebody in Cold who gets the second kill. Attacker's gonna shut the door again, fall back to the fence. That gives Cold the information he's at least close by, so the bounce Molotovs, the flashes as well. It's gonna force them out. Attacker has no chance as Fur will collect him. Good shot from Mo, rotating over to the truck. A smoke now in front of him. This gives the bomb site firmly in the reach of LG. Good nade in, does further damage to FNX, but the bomb planted.
Yeah, very difficult situation now. Mo has found 1 kill so far, but he does change up to the M4 for the retake. For spotting DD towards highway now, so they're going to be aware of both positions of the CTs. He's trying to stay together and make sure they find frags and trade effectively here. They need to make sure they keep 2 players alive. Still desperate to find the first kill. They do manage to get it as well. Taking down Fur, bomb ticking away now. Need to find that next one. Both players towards A main. coldzera coming in to take down DD. There it is. 1-on-1.
Gonna go for this defuse as well. It's a long angle. Cold's got to get here. He's holding it. Cold needs to find the shot. Just barely sprays it down. Doesn't go for the controlled tap onto the head, but still finds the kill.
Yeah, I don't mind that decision from Mo, who had no idea where the last player was and took a gamble. He wasn't towards A main. Worked out, but just 1 second I think was separating him from the full defuse. And that's a difficult reset for TyLoo. They only get $1,400 going into this round.
All right, if the way they wear their headsets isn't weird enough, the way that hat is worn, I'm triggered.
Was that on top of his head? You wear hats. Did you ever do that?
It looked like Robin's hat sitting on Machine's head. Is what it actually looked like.
Oh, poor Alex with his massive head.
Robin approves.
So 2 rifles and 3 CZ now for TyLoo. It's going to be Mo actually taking down Fur to kick things off. So that's a fast, aggressive face from Fur. Goes out middle by himself. Does get punished for it, but FNX finding the kill in return. 4-on-4 now. CT still with a massive disadvantage with the pistols they have. It's going to come down to somebody whether he can do anything with this rifle.
This single smoke from Taco on A, though, has forced 2 players to draw the attention from TyLoo. So Fancy and Attacker are here. That gives the single entry kill to FNX on DD, and there's nobody left in the B side. So they can have Taco. It'll make it 3-on-3, but it's going to be the retake. Gotta get this bomb planted quickly, though, because somebody's already coming through the vents. No one's watching it. He's got a great opportunity to just walk out, spots 1. Information, if he just holds his trigger. He gets a gift onto Cold. They still haven't planted this bomb. The rotations have already made it, and they still don't have full control of this site, or at least comfortable enough to go for the plant. They'll do so now. But somebody does perfect job rotating in, and now look at this. Attacker takes it down to just FNX. He sprays 1, has the angle to play. Molotov's not going to reach him, but Attacker holds this trigger down and finds the kill.
Yeah, great round from Attacker there, considering TyLoo only had 2 rifles going into that one. They've come back and actually won the 3-on-3 situation with 2 players remaining as well. So the final score of the first half will be 9-6 in favor of Luminosity, but TyLoo making a convincing case for themselves against arguably the world's best team right now. This won the current major, getting 6 rounds on the CT half. I wouldn't say that's a bad day at the office. definitely not over yet. They can get the pistol here. That ties things up. So Luminosity, this is like a map they say they don't play too often. They're trying to get better at it and trying to get more experience in their land, but you can definitely see some chinks in the chain.
There is also some innovation. I mean, I mean, the most obvious one, because we haven't seen it before, is that smoke one. I keep bringing it up, but they're trying to establish their own style on it. You're right. But TyLoo looks, I mean, fairly decent. 6 rounds. They did get a pistol on that, so it's really only, it was the early buy, so really only 4 gun rounds that they did win on the CT side. But accuracy's there. Retakes have actually been impressive. I'll give them that.
Actually, they have players like Attacker as well. Even when they're up against it in the difficult situations on the retake, he seems to have very snappy aim that's getting them into very key positions. Somebody as well dropping 16 frags. And
the one I do want to point out in terms of frag totals is Fancy. He's the AWP player. He only had 4 that half.
He's the player we talk about a lot. He's like the star player of the side, right? Everyone thinks like look to him for this great all potential, but it's actually Mo who actually stepped up with the AWP towards the end of the first half. He found them a couple of rounds with that aggressive push. But we'll see what TyLoo can bring to us on the T side here. So 3 sets of armor for them. And they've got 2 smokes as well. Looking like all 5 players will be heading towards A side of the map. We actually have the bomb and B storage, so this potentially be a B split coming in here. They have got the smoke grenades to work with, so we'll see what kind of tactic they present to us so far. No aggression from the CTs. You can see it's a full retake towards the A side. Just 1 player towards the CT truck. And we can see Inferno edging in towards B storage. So he's trying to get information here, but as I said, very defensive hold from TyLoo, actually jumping towards T spawn, just trying to see if anyone does push.
For falling back tap, so he does spot somebody out. He won't know that it's somebody, so to him it literally is just somebody.
Exactly.
But Fur does take a little bit of damage, down to 91. And they're just going to continue to exchange blows. No one rotating over. You'd think Attacker might think, I'll just come through B connector, get up close, catch Fur off, but they're still trying to work the map over toward A, and they are setting up now towards Squeaky, so look for an explosive play from TyLoo. It is going to be the retake strategy from LG, excuse me.
This is when we'll see the smokes towards highway and quad. They'll probably flash over the bomb site and try and rush the plant down. This will be perfect considering the setup LG have got, so they'll definitely get the bomb planted here, and so whether they can handle the retake. LG do have a kit, so they can afford to do this. This is the first smoke coming in. TyLoo's swarming the sides.
And they are going to save the second smoke for the post plant, which I like. And DD's going to go forward and try and hold off these rotations. Nade out toward truck, doesn't do much to fall him, but now he has to fall back because he has to let the rotations come in, and all 3 players, 4 now rotating down from CT. They have to confront DD first, who's got a Tech 9 in a pistol round, and that's going to be so problematic as he hits the headshot on FNX. Not only that, he's able to fall away. Pre-fires toward Taco, tries to get the read toward highway. Taco does get the kill. Now it's up to Fur to take over A main. That would have made the full retake a possibility, but they still have grounds to stand on inside of that garage. Attacker is completely limited by the flames, though, and Taco does find him, so it's on to Mo. Inside Squeaky, they pass each other. Somebody goes back through the smoke, blinds it up, nearly finds the shot toward Fallen, but he hits that instead.
It's going to be pretty close, but looks like Luminosity have got this one. Did have the kit there, so another retake coming in for the CT side. It's quite an interesting strategy from TyLoo. Like he said, they saved that second smoke just to give them more of an advantage during the retakes because the CTs go through and delay them a little bit further through that smoke. They had the raid boss on towards DD. We wasn't able to capitalize. Found 1 frag. That was about it. And then a really strong retake from Luminosity. Just real crisp aim with the USPs as they came back to the bomb site. They picked up that Tech 9 as well and gave TyLoo a taste of their own medicine. We go into the second round now. TyLoo with the bomb down as well. Won't be forcing into this one. So Desert Eagles and PT-50s will be getting AKs in the next. So somebody, though, takes a lot of damage at the start of the round. That's with the MP9 from Fur. And now TyLoo are set up with 5 players towards B storage. They have got a utility here, so it's just be a burst and play a contact strategy towards the B side.
TyLoo, Fancy, in they go. First here to hold it down. MP9 first kill, second as well, but has to switch to the pistol because they are still pressing. Thankfully, Fallen's come over and he'll keep his teammate alive. FNX will close out the last kill.
Yeah, very simple round there for Luminosity. So this is where it gets interesting though. This is where TyLoo get 5 AKs, and the only problem with this is they actually don't have anything to work with in terms of utility. 1 flashbang, and that's actually it. Here we go, a couple more now. So they have 5 flashbangs in total, man. No smokes at all. So it's going to come down to probably boosting up towards middle, a similar strategy we saw from LG on their first force buy. Try and swarm that area with as much manpower as possible and take advantage of the AKs.
They are going to bust out now with these AKs toward middle. No one checked out sandbags. DD might get FNX, but that's going to convince them even further that they've got control. 2 players stacked up. MP9 goes to work first from Fur. This will give him away. Now they press in an attacker. That's an odd stack up. I would like to see the MP9 fully commit to the peak, give up the fact that there's only one, and then Cold come out late. Instead, they fall back and just gives them up, and attacker sprays both down.
I don't think Attack even realized there was 2 there. He got 2 kills for his money, and he looked a bit surprised with it. But there it is. Like I said before, it's exactly what Luminosity did on their force fight. It's very difficult to hold that down on the CT side when you only have those SMGs and Famous combo. You can't really do much about it. You don't have the incendiaries to hold off the fast boost, and TyLoo do that perfectly. It would have been interesting had they not realized that Fallen was there with the Famous behind that sandbags area as well after the first kill went down. But as I said, Attacker is coming with a double spray down, shuts down any potential they had. But it is a buy coming in from Luminosity. They have got the AWP on towards Fallen, so this is an interesting investment. Famous on Cold Zero and Attacker with the CZ. Let's see what Fallen can do with this. Fur going aggressive here through the smoke.
I'm desperate to make this work. Fur. Oh, tries to get clever. Lets Attacker go, or excuse me, one go by, and Attacker gets the kill, though. Have to rotate over. Fallen gets to Heaven quickly with the AWP. Can he deny the plant? Not likely. It's in the default spot. All right, he did take some damage, but Cold through the wall actually does hit it. It's not often we see it, but it is every round they check it, so Fancy puts himself in a vulnerable position. That brings it back down to 4 versus 4. No kits, though, for LG. An Attacker's gonna hug the wall toward headshot, toward that generator. Watch the entry points, but Taco's rotated, hits one with the CZ, nearly gets awkward as DD turns around and finds him with the AK, but it's still working out as Cold comes in. DD trades again, but it's he that remains versus 2. He has to get the Molotov out toward the bomb. He's got it down to the 1 versus 1, and they have to face this. Fallen. The AWP, and DD's playing it smart, goes for the peak late, and Fallen thinks he's gone. He gets the kill as well.
Great round there from TyLoo. Nice work from DD as well. 4 kills for him on the retake. I was surprised Luminosity went for that one, considering they had no kits, and TyLoo found that first frag got to the B side completely. Considering the money situation, I thought Luminosity may fall back and just try to save the AWP, but they went for it. Actually made a very convincing case for themselves as well. It's this last touch. Fallen went for the fake defuse. Smart play from DD not to face. And he comes back as he forces now Luminosity into a pretty much full eco here. P250s and a USP. And we've got Fancy one with the Mac 10. Somebody with the UMP just farming some cash here with those SMGs. They know the CTs will be fully clear of the situation. Okay.
Cold starts it off well, though, but Attacker and Fancy Attacker continuing to add to his totals. He's got a great game going. He's at 18 kills. Somebody not far behind, and DD at 16. So 17 for somebody and 16 for DD. Fancy's going to take down Fallen. And Luminosity. Pistol plus second round. It's the same start. It's completely mirrored as the early buy for TyLoo picks them up the first gun, and now a chance to secure one more against these pistols. Good pickup from Fur. Bomb planted. He might just look to try and do further economic damage with this, but DD waiting for it, spots him up, doesn't hit the shot.
Fur will be the last player remaining now. He has got the AK-47. Bomb planted. Round will be going in favor of TyLoo, but Fur can save his weapon. Definitely helps boost the economy for the CT's next round, but it's going to be TyLoo. They do find him in the end. Edging their way back into this. That's 3 rounds in a row now after losing the pistol. 11-9. You see the buy coming from Luminosity. It's actually not the most stable economy they've got here, so Taco deciding how he's going to buy into this one. 2 Famouses, 2 M4 so far. No all from Fallen, that's for sure. And James around number 21. Huge advantage here for the terrorists in terms of firepower. We'll see what the CTs do to kind of combat this, whether they go for an aggressive pick and boosting up to the vents to kick things off.
Cold Zero. And behind the sandbags again this time. Won't be 2 players there, so there won't be anyone to lead him and give him up this time. Follow me, Attacker. Let me show you where we're hiding. I promise it's worth it. They do have the boost inside vents, though, from B, so this gives a little bit more support to that mid position from Fur. Fallen naturally is in checker, still just gets away now because he had to do the boosting. So Cold will at least have a support system. A chance to get away from that sandbags position if they try and overwhelm him, but this Molotov, it's lined up. Fancy, this is the default. Throw it in toward the vents, force Fur back out of them. And it lands, but it's light. It's shallow because the vent not broken out. It's toward the box, and Fur can actually stay here. This might be overlooked now. DD spotted up. Fur's gonna hold the angle. Goes for the shot. The spray down nearly gets 2 because Fancy's there as well, but he can't overcommit to it. Has to reload. Oh, this gets desperate. Falls away, and the timing was off. Fur overstays his welcome. Cold does get one more back toward mid, but it's on to Fallen as they try and execute. He's looking the wrong direction. Somebody's already got to the generator.
3-on-3 now. Retake coming in from Luminosity. Bomb will be planted on the B side as well, so they're going to be coming in with all they can with the Famous. It's going to be FNX to find kills on somebody, but they are desperate now. No kits. They need to act fast. They are smoked out from the bomb side.
Flashed in through the smoke initially. That's now dissolved. FNX and Taco. They're gonna wait for Cold to get toward heaven. Attacker's gonna take the peek. Cold's got the first shot on Fancy. Attacker goes down. Too easy on the retake for LG.
Yeah, very nice stuff from them. Keeping with 3 players alive as well. It was a difficult buy for them, so gotta be getting that full defuse in, upgrading their weapons to the AKs and M4s as well. So they're bouncing back here. The money should be relatively strong for TyLoo. You can see Fancy One does have $8,500. So presumably we'll be bringing out the AK. Actually going to be bringing AWP to the party this time. Attacker will be getting a drop from him. So we're going to round number 22 now. No AWP for the CTs yet either. So interesting round coming up. Have a look at the CT money. This will be around the reset them if they were to lose it. So we must need this just to make sure they can keep some weapons in their favour. And looking like an aggressive push towards B store. 2 players challenging them.
2 boosted already down. Cold not able to peek this smoke off. He's trying to use the gap, but he can't quite see toward the cubby because even though there's a gap, his angle is covered off, as you see there. Does spot one when he jumps that time, but they're so close. He's not going to know this spot. The boost though comes out late. Mo just barely to get his aim reset. FNX tries to follow in. They're going to get a 3rd player in this mid position as well as Taco shows up. Doesn't kill anyone, but that could have caught them off. Fur, meanwhile, has gone for the flank. He's going to back off of this. He's hoping that Fallen can discourage them on this A take, and they will eventually rotate back, but it's only Fallen inside of the A site. Good pickup. Does take Fancy, but they're committed. Molotov out. It's a little bit late. Somebody's already through it. Gets the shot. Attacker's going to wait toward Forklift, but he has to fight alone with 3 HP.
He'll do very well here to do anything with this. The bomb is down on the site. He's currently stuck toward Forklift as well. Got the CTs pincering him in from Squeaky Door. 50 seconds to play with. An impossible situation, but it's got to be bringing out some sort of magic here. As he is edging towards CT spawn, trying to find that first frag. The problem is the CT has rotated towards the connector area. As I said, plenty of time to play with here. He can read this well, could get the kill on towards Taco, but he's ready, he's set up. It's almost going. Oh, the timing doesn't work out, but somehow does come out on top. Was a chance there for Attacker, but Attacker just adjusting his aim just in time. We do have a timeout coming in for TyLoo now. The money is in disarray. They've got about 2,400 average across the team, so got to be working out how they approach the next rounds. But it's looking very comfortable for Luminosity now.
So TyLoo again putting up reasonable numbers against a top-tier team. Knocked out Liquid yesterday, if you weren't with us. Semi-finalists who had match point twice against Luminosity. Let's not remind anyone. Had it 21 times total in that series.
Yes.
Got taken down by TyLoo, so that would have given them confidence to go against Luminosity, who they also played their opening game, keep in mind as well. But I think the bigger storyline that I'm getting at there is Liquid. That's rough.
Matt, can I ask you a question?
I guess.
What are you doing this weekend?
Oh, that's a reasonable question. I don't normally plan my life further than an hour in advance. Let me see, what date's this weekend? I think I'm in Sweden.
Okay, interesting. A nice little holiday, or working, or what?
I think I'm working. I don't know. It depends if I get fired before then or not.
We'll find out.
Why? What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking about going to this really cool event that's happening this weekend. It's called the DreamHack Masters in Malmö.
Oh, I heard about that. Isn't that a League of Legends tournament?
No, absolutely not.
Good, because I hate that game. But you are right. You can get your tickets at masters.dreamhack.com. VIP on the floor, free food. You can meet some of the players, etc. And if you don't feel like getting that close to me, or Henry, because he kind of smells, you can get general admission tickets, a little bit less priced, and you can sit in the bowl.
What's this?
Apparently Robin doesn't like us. Just throwing stuff at us now. Speaking of getting fired, can we get security on that blonde-haired Swedish guy? I know they're all blonde, but the one that used to play in NIP.
He just came and thrown some nuts at us.
It's not the first time someone's thrown nuts at you, Henry.
No, it's true. But he's not happy about something. We'll find out later. But there it is. It's going to be 13-9 now. It is going to be the pause coming back into the game. It's going to be no money for Luminosity here. They will be just doing a partial buy with Tech 9s and body armor here. They've got HE grenades and flashbangs and a couple of smokes as well. This will be round number 14 going in favor of Luminosity. I'm not sure what the options are for TyLoo. With 2 smokes, all 5 players heading towards B, slow things down with the initial utility used by the CTs and smoke towards upper and towards spawn. And we'll see whether they can find the first frag here. It's all about getting that first kill. If they can find it, swarm the bomb side. Makes them very uncomfortable for the second CT.
For a quick pop flash out, that's going to go perfectly. Guys get them all, but he can't find a spray down on multiple. He does get the second one now, but that allows DD the time to wrap back around and catch him out through the site. Mo's blinded up, though. He's going to sit underneath of Heaven. DD gets Taco, so there's still good position for Mo right now. FNX is above them, going to drop down, not get spotted by this. They have vent control. They need to find DD out toward the box. But again, Mo's still here. Luckily, they dropped the bomb. Somebody sets the crossfire, though. Cold goes down. It's just on FNX. He walks out, 1 kill. But can he find Mo, who's got good positioning, but can't spray it down? FNX will prevail in the situation, and Luminosity will hit the 14th round.
FNX does it again. Another 2-on-1 situation with low HP as well. Manages to come out top in the aim duel towards City spawn. It's a big round for Luminosity. 1 point away from map point now, so 14-9. Terrorists will be able to buy back into this, but it's a difficult one. You can see 2 players are out head armor as well. That's not normally a big deal, but against M4s, that definitely counts. They have got 2 smoke grenades and a Molotov. That's about it. So another very low buy for them as we go into round number 24. They'll be focusing their efforts towards the A storage area as well, but Cold Zero going into the push. We saw this last half, didn't really work out for them. Can Cold Zero do any better?
Good shot down for the first one, but attacker is there to respond. Somebody's out toward Toxic, near the James Bardoff spot. And they may actually rely on him to get some information because they've given up on that A position. We say trades favor the offense, but right now they haven't thinned the defense because Luminosity is still putting some pressure on the middle right now in this boost. If it kills Fallen, then they can start to wrap, but if not, Fallen's got a great chance to actually pull the advantage back to his team. I guess thankfully in that sense, he's rotated away.
4-on-4 now. As I said before, the Terrorists with nothing to work with in terms of executing the side. It's going to have to straight up face and take the Angels with 2 flashbangs, getting naded as well. You can see the 3 CTs waiting for them on the A side, so they'll be pushing it themselves here. It's going to be actually TyLoo coming out on top, find 2 frags now, got the man advantage as they make their way onto the bomb site.
Taco spraying down though, does catch Fancy, gets back in behind the forklift, but doesn't realize somebody's gone that far into the site, so peeks out a little bit too far, gets caught by it. And Fur's gonna try and rotate over from the truck, but watch the positioning right now as well of Mo. Inside mid, he's actually not peeking this, he's not looking the right direction, so this will allow Fur past him. And somebody watching A main, he's gonna spot him, jumping up, good shot. Great shot from somebody, it looked like he'd be dead immediately on that.
So as I was saying, TyLoo didn't have anything to work with in terms of getting to the bomb site, but they didn't have to. It seemed like Luminosity wanted to give them an opening into the round. They went for the aggressive A main push and tried to gain some intel there, but they had 3 terrorists waiting for them. So 2 frags established. TyLoo comes down to the 2-on-1 and win the round. So Luminosity now towards Anika themselves. So P250s, USPs, and TyLoo reading this pretty well as well. They actually have an AMAC 10 to work with, so you send attacker in first and search for any stacks that may be coming in. It's actually 4 players towards the A side for Luminosity, so they're slowing things down, trying to gain information now.
TyLoo's going to slowly walk out and toward A main as well. More and more, and get a setup toward that fence position. Did that bounce far enough? It did. Taco's extremely low. Still manages to get a kill as he swings out, but Fancy and DD found space on the entry. They've cleared out behind the forklift. DD has to wait for the flames to extinguish, but will advance. And Taco with 6 HP, the first one to take damage in the round, is the last to die. TyLoo. We talk about these Chinese teams, we get hyped up about the Asian region, and then they come over and they don't really achieve much, but they knock out Liquid, and up against the reigning major champions just a week ago, they've got double digits, and it's 14-11 on map 1.
It's been very convincing so far, especially in the second half. So we're going to run number 26. They actually have Luminosity onto another partial buy here, so they've got 4 Desert Eagles and 2 smokes, and it's looking like a straight up B rush potentially from TyLoo here. All 5 players coming to this side of the map. And this could put them on 14-12, but that's getting pretty interesting. As LG now pushing their own smokes. He'll be Fur beating up in the box again, but he gets taken down. The first kill comes in for somebody, and they fully flash Fallen as well. Second frag should be easily obtained here. And Fallen just runs in with the P2000, somehow gets one. FNX chimes in. Somebody finally gets him, but it still isn't done yet. It's FNX. Lovely shot with the Deagle there. 3-on-2 now in favor of Luminosity.
That's big, because it gives them the man advantage still if he goes down.
Yeah.
Or even if the other player stays alive on TyLoo's side, if attacker stays up. Got so much more strength on this take, but somebody's going to equal it anyway. Takes down Cold Zero, flash up, Molotov to follow on Heaven. Won't be able to cover the cross, but they don't have a smoke. They've used the last one. So the post plant's not going to be as strong. They've been relying on holding off LG, but again, it's with pistols this time. It's not like they've got the power to come back in. The rotation, though, coming in right now from TyLoo. It's in behind, but it's spotted out as that somebody sees it, throws the nade, and the deagle on the repeat is going to be sprayed down from an AK. And somebody's being smart about this. Discipline, not going to reface this. They need to find the second player. The longer they stay alive, the better chance they'll have of holding off this defuse, and somebody finds FNX.
Yes.
Follows it up. That's brilliant play from him.
Yeah, got a bit uncomfortable there for TyLoo, but holding strong. And as I said, somebody gets all 5 kills as well. He's currently on 29 frags, having a fantastic game here. And TyLoo gave themselves an extra round, so 14-12 now. But Luminosity back onto the weapons after a double eco, so he's going to be falling on towards the AWP. No OP for TyLoo, but they're looking very strong with these AKs. It's actually going to be 3 rounds in a row for them as well, so this one's definitely not over yet. This is a massive round for TyLoo. They can deny match points. This could be going the distance.
This actually could. I mean, this is, again, convincing stuff.
Absolutely. From
TyLoo. Mo, he sits way back so he can pop the flash out off the corner of the garage. And they execute. They run in, but they haven't got smokes deep in the site. It's late to come out. That allows FNX to pick up 2 from the top of Highway. Taco's limited back toward the truck. There's no one else in the site, but it's still going to be a retake that's favorable as they sit 4 versus 3. Bomb was dropped on the way through. Captain Mo's not picked that up. Just now realizes he's run past it and has to step back, but it's still on the ground. They could have gone. With that second smoke that came out, there's no one near. They could have had this plant already done. And they've just allowed Fur to walk back into the site. He's found by DD. That's crucial, but Bomb's still down. In the corner, it got thrown up on top of the barrels.
But we have got the man advantage still in favor of TyLoo. Falling towards CT spawn as well. It's going to be coldzera that finds the kill on towards Fancy One, but it is returned straight away. Mo takes him down, now fallen. Stuck in this horrible situation. He'll be pushing onto the bomb site with the P2000, but somehow gets some footing into this. Going to be taken down. That's the round in favor of TyLoo. It was a retake setup from Luminosity, not working out for them as TyLoo go for that fast take into this bomb site. As you said, the bomb get dropped. I think you did some scouting work there. Where did it go?
It was up on top of the barrels in the corner, where we often see people boosted, but I was curious where they didn't pick it up and Mo was so close to it. If somehow there was a glitch there where it was ungrabbable, it wasn't. They were just taking their time to find the kills. It nearly cost them.
This is getting very interesting now, Matt. Luminosity onto pretty much full eco. They've got some 5.7s and CZs, but that's about it. As we're into round number 28, this could tie things up at 14-14. TyLoo making a great case for themselves in this tournament.
This is impressive. Luminosity flash in with the pistols. Need to find kills here, though, and they both go down. Taco and Fur. FNX gets the boost over middle, and that's heard and spotted, taken down by Mo. This is good. Good read from TyLoo again. Fallen's going to sit in the corner. That's a little bit easy. Does find 1 kill. Call it what you want, but attacker's there, and it's all down to Cole. This is another round for TyLoo. We're tied 14-14, Henry.
We are. Who would have thought that was coming? Luminosity now. In terms of their cash next round, they get, I think it's almost maximum loss bonus this day. I think that's 4 in a row now. The money, oh, it is 5 now. So 5 rounds, $3,400 coming in. So could get double orbs they wanted to, which they will. It's going to be coldzera and Fallen on those. So they haven't run that setup as of yet on the CT side. I think this will be very beneficial for them, but if they can close this out 16-14, obviously don't want to get reset again here. So we'll see what they can do. As we into round number 29. 5 AKs once more for TyLoo. We haven't seen Fancy One really go huge with the AWP at all this game.
Might not matter if they win it, though. As you say, all in from Luminosity. Fallen goes for the quick peek down toward the B site. Second AWP right now in the hands of coldzera is going to be at middle. Another passive A-hold right now from LG. Make sure I emphasize that D when I say that term.
Yes.
But they are still sitting back right now passively. TyLoo's side. 2 players over toward the B tunnels. And again, not a lot of pressure on A early. So TyLoo's expecting a push from Luminosity. It's Navi-esque, isn't it? Just sit back, wait, see if anyone pushes you. Get ready to execute.
They've got a full buy here. They still have 4 smokes available as well. And once again, we'll be edging towards the B side of the map. You can see attacker, somebody, and Mo waiting for the aggression, as you said. But the double orb setup means Luminosity don't really have to hunt for intel as much as they would and have the turret on either side of the map. They'll be falling towards B with Fur. Time ticks away now. We hit the 45-second mark. CT's holding up, but TyLoo will be smoking towards middle. This is the B split coming in, so trying to show as much attention as they can towards mid. DD will be going there by himself. The rest of his players prepare themselves in B storage.
Good pick up from FNX, though. Takes down DD. Pop flash into his own smoke from Fur. Tries to save Fallen, but he's gone down. Fur needs to find the angle. It's headshot position from somebody who drops back in. Good shot from Cold. Still 3-3. But bomb going down, and Mo's gonna offset that, bring it in the favor of TyLoo, who have a chance to break Luminosity, let's not forget. And they have to walk in through a smoke in heaven. LG do get in though. FNX with one, tries to turn around. Attacker's got it. It's all on Cold Zero. He's got an AWP up close, goes for the drop. Quick shot, does find it against Attacker, who goes down, and Cold needs to hold the angle. There's no need to peek. Mo can just sit back on this, and Cold's gonna have to force the play. Bomb planted in a way that he can actually hold this defuse. If he's clever about it, goes to tap it. But now he's not sure where he is, spots him late, and this time he has to commit. It's ticking away further, and Cold's gonna hold the angle again. There's no need, and now as he commits, it goes the other direction. Cold's caught in the open. It's a reset from TyLoo.
That's amazing. Cold Zero there. He, like you said, he could have gone for the full defuse, I think. He could have actually made that work. He wasn't confident in himself to do it, but TyLoo going for that long default at the start. The B split comes in, Fallen unable to find a frag on the bomb site with the AWP. And now TyLoo, they're with map point. Around number 30. Luminosity, like I said, after winning the last round, I said they even didn't. They only get $3,400 into this one, so they actually get Famises and an M4. This is kind of crazy. TyLoo could actually have a very strong chance of taking the last round here. Are you believing that?
I'm just thinking that I think it's Attacker that's wearing his hat like that. Like Olaf doesn't wear his shoes. So if you don't wear your shoes, let your headset fall off the back of your head and wear a hat like that, you must be a god. That's the way to be the best player in CS.
That's pretty much all we can gather from this.
I'm going with it, because right now, just to give you an idea, Attacker sits at 23 kills. Somebody's got a 30 bomb in regulation against LG. That somebody is somebody, just to clarify. 30 kills for him, 25 for DD. Top on LG right now, Cold Zero and FNX both on 26.
It's actually 6 clean rounds in a row for TyLoo. Looking incredibly strong here. We said this again yesterday when they played against Luminosity on Mirage. They looked very poor on their CT side, but their T-sided like team play seemed very, very good. And they're finding rounds and working very well in the clutches. Somebody, as you said, stepping up in almost every key situation here. So using this timeout, they get it as well. They're kind of adjusting themselves and working out how they approach this next round. Question is, do they go for the Hail Mary play and go straight rushing into a side and try and mix things up for the last one, or do they slow it right down again to a similar approach, knowing they have the advantage in terms of the firepower? Luminosity coming in with 4 Famises, 1 M4, no kits, no incendiaries, and 4 smokes. This heavily favors TyLoo.
Yeah.
Heavily.
So LG again, yesterday losing to Mouse Sports on a best of 1 on Cash. It was their choice to play maps that they wanted to get better on. Not sure bigger tournaments are the best place to do that, but it goes to show you how busy the schedule is. These guys don't really have a lot of time to practice them otherwise, and you have to implement them at some point. But it might catch them out again here, as it's map point in the first map of the best of 3 to TyLoo, who have already gained my belief and respect. Which doesn't mean anything, but you know, they've got it.
Good to know. Have I got it?
Yeah, probably not, if I'm honest.
I'd love to have your respect.
Work harder.
Anyway, here we go then. Final round of regulation time. Luminosity, as I said, a very weak buy going into this. TyLoo will be sending 4 players towards B storage once more. They have got DD waiting for any aggression towards Squeaky. There's the run boost from FNX. He gets up onto the bomb site. This may be a contact play from TyLoo. We're going to be doing the mid-split here. He's walking into the B side. This could be perfect considering Fur is there. They're kind of caught in towards a boost as well. Molotov's dropping the side. It's going to be very uncomfortable.
He's uncomfortable, but fall in. Oh, he's ran out of ammo. He has to switch to the pistol, goes down. That's going to be a huge problem because Fur can only get 1 on the site. It has to be a rotation. And look at the position inside mid right now. DD catches off FNX. This is down to 1 player. For LG, it's Cold Zero. The MVP from the major. He's got the first one, found second as well, but the bomb's still planted. He's got big work to do and no kit. The decoy and not a flash, and somebody's flanked it. TyLoo's got map 1 against LG.
Who would have thought? TyLoo, the complete underdogs of this tournament, just taking the first map in the best of 3 against Luminosity Gaming here. Very interesting stuff.
Hashtag CSGO to Asia.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's their year to establish their scene. They've already got more tournaments than ever before. I didn't expect we'd have a team toward the top 10 this year, but TyLoo said it's in their goal. This is the right foot forward to start it. I'm not going to give it to them yet, obviously, but this is the right foot forward. Knockout Liquid, first map from LG, and impressive, I have to say. Retakes were good. T-sides have been excellent. That's a rarity. We don't often see that from newer teams, but their T-sides have been really good throughout the weekend.
Yeah, just their general understanding of the map and the way they're approaching it was very good indeed. Somebody stepping up massively, hitting over 30 kills. They didn't even have to take it to overtime. They did it in regulation, 16-14. Very impressive stuff there. We did see Cold Zero on the last round, tried to do what he can, but it was just a bridge too far in the 1-on-4 situation. Did manage to get a couple of frags there, but there it is. We still have 2 more to go, but that's a great first step.
You assume we have 2 more to go.
I assume, yes.
We'll see if that's true or not. We're going to go to a break, and LG is going to need one. They're going to have to take a little bit of a breather, reorganize themselves, and get back into this series. TyLoo's up 1. We'll see you in a minute.
Innovative, I would say. I'm interested to see what they bring to the table on towards Overpass as well. Like I said, Luminosity is a map they're very well tuned into. It's not like one of the ones they're trying to learn. They're actually very good on this map indeed, and be a much different affair, I'm sure. This is one I heavily favor going towards the Brazilians, but it's difficult to tell. TyLoo currently up 1-0. I didn't expect that whatsoever, so maybe all bets are off. Who knows what's going to happen?
Just curious, because we've got 5 LG players already in the server. Attacker's the only one, and we saw them all kind of gathered around behind one PC. Looks like they're going to get ready right now. I'm just wondering if, and that was the coach actually sitting down, so I'm wondering if he's trying to show them something that he wants them to do or not.
A little last-minute strat, maybe the pistol.
Well, the thing is, I was watching it, and all they were doing, LG, was killing TyLoo and Spawn, so it's not like Attacker could even run around and show them unless they were in the spec slots.
Well, they could be on a local server, on his own PC.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they were on a player PC, though.
Yeah, so you just disconnect from the server.
All right, fair enough. I thought you meant on the coach's
play.
PC. I see what you mean.
But, yeah.
They have joined in now, so we should be ready to go. But yeah, just interesting to note. Looks like that might have been what they were doing.
That's, yeah, you're absolutely right. All 5 players for TyLoo on the server now. Just incredible game from somebody. You get 30 frags in regulation as well. That's very impressive indeed. Hopefully we're able to replicate that form. Yet to be seen, but the problem is now Fanty1 had a very quiet game. They did win the map, but he's one of the style players we look to, and Overpass can be very AWP-reliant, especially on the CT side. Needs to be one of those dynamic picks and going for aggressive plays and changing yourself around almost every single round to try and find those first picks and confuse the terrorist play and lock down any executes they may have in mind. So he needs to find some form here if they're going to have any chance of taking down the Brazilians. So we're ready to start.
Yeah, I mean, you say that. It's also Luminosity with pressure on them.
Of course.
First deficit they've had in a series in a while.
So we have got the knife round to kick things off here. I think it goes without saying most teams do favour going on the CT side, but
yeah, on this map for sure. This is one of the ones that still has a very distinctive side advantage. Don't get me wrong, it's possible to get rounds on the T side, and we've seen lots of teams prove that, but for the most part, it is still a very CT-sided map.
What are your predictions, Matt?
I mean, you still got to favor Luminosity in the series. Let's think about,
of course,
who they're up against and who they are. But it's, I mean, TyLoo's impressed me. You never know, and that's the thing. They are the dark horse in this sense. No one really knows that much about them. Obviously, Liquid going into into Cobblestone yesterday had no idea that setup existed because it worked out every single time and there was no counter for it.
Well, everyone said going into this one on the desk it was going to be 2-0 Luminosity. Even the fact it was
yeah, but what does the desk know?
I don't know. Do you have an opinion?
I mean, yesterday they got every prediction wrong because yesterday I think everyone got every prediction wrong, but still.
That's why predictions are so brilliant.
Do you not like them?
I don't know.
I think they hold value. It's still important for us to do so.
Of course it's like, we have to say who we speculate who's going to win, but like I don't like when we do like specific scores and stuff like that. Like you can never know really, can you? You can only
Robin got one right yesterday, 16-9. Obviously he knows.
He knows exactly what's going on there.
Yeah. If his who would be Batman if he's Robin? Does anyone have dead parents? Because I mean, that's the obvious choice.
Yes, that's the defining feature of Batman. So,
out of our group, who would be Batman? Jason would be a villain. Moses would easily be an evil villain. I think he might actually just be the Joker.
Who's the Joker? Sorry,
Moses.
Is that okay? Yeah, that works.
But who would be Batman? Bane is Yanko.
James Bardoff could be Batman. Got the figure for it.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought it was because, you know, his skin color, Batman suit.
What?
I don't know where you were going with it. I'm just saying.
It's a suit.
It's true. You're right. I don't know. Maybe. You might be able to be Batman. We'll see.
Yeah.
Christian Bale-esque. Not really, but.
Joker-esque.
Actually, someone says in chat, Thorn's the Joker. I don't disagree with that, actually. Thorn would be the Joker.
Yeah, that's true.
So who's Moses, then? I don't know. We still haven't decided. We'll come back to this. Get your votes in. We'll accept those on Twitter.
Well, that was a good segment. That was very good. We'll go into this one now. We'll move on from this nonsense, as it will be TyLoo versus Luminosity in the second map here on Overpass. We do heavily favour Luminosity going into this one. So we'll see what kind of buy it comes in. Luminosity starting on the T side here. They've got 4 sets of armor fallen with the smoke grenade and 2 flashbangs. Most teams do favour towards the B side on the T side of pistols. We'll see where they decide to go here. And we'll see whether TyLoo, decide to bring any sort of aggression going forward in the pistol.
The Dark Knights. Fallen, flashing over. DD down toward the underpass already, 5-7, or excuse me, CZ 75 in hand. It's going to be Mo beside him, but look at the push. Coming back in, it's Cold Zira. They get up toward middle very fast. DD, little handshake. How do you do? Well, you're on 1 map down, so probably not great, but DD's got him behind them now. And Taco's going to have to be careful here. Shuts the door. Remember, this one, unlike the blue one on Cash, you can break it down, you can bust it away. And DD actually does come back. Taco had no idea that he was there. This is looking good now for TyLoo. And not only that, Fancy, this is the sneakiest position in Counter-Strike, these bathrooms, because you can get behind them so easily. He's done exactly that. It gives up the A site. Bomb plant's going to go in, and thankfully they've gone away from the default position, knowing that they lost those lower tunnels.
Yeah, default plan not going to be coming in this time, just making sure they focus themselves towards the CT side of the map here. So LG now repositioning themselves. The retake will come in. It's going to be a 4-4. They have got a kit, though, so slowly but surely edging their way to the side.
FNX, though, peeking. Fur's got DD. Fur's got more than that. They've got everyone on this post plant. And again, just not going toward default was such a smart decision, because we saw Fancy lurking in those bathrooms. If he had denied the plant, it could have been hugely problematic. Yeah, look at this execution for boom, done.
Perfect stuff from him. Coming into the flank, finishes things off there. TyLoo, after getting that initial frag, goes in Luminosity's favour. We do have 4 SMGs for Luminosity now. 1 AK on towards FNX. We have got a force buy from TyLoo, so CZ and a Desert Eagle, body armor as well. So a very B-sided approach from Luminosity, going to be pushing in from short and Monster Tunnel as well. There is 3 players, 4 TyLoo waiting for them. So they're going to be edging in with no real utility use. Going to be going straight up for the aim duels here. Cold Zero taking down 2. Taco chiming in as well. Going to get the bomb down here, and the force buy for TyLoo only gets them 1 frag. Still hunting for more though.
Cold Zira, pop flash out, doubly so. Let's use that Mac 10 to hold them off. Pre-fires across the flames as well. Taco's gonna get Mo up in the window. It leaves it to Fancy. And Cold is close, getting warmer. Fancy just wants to knock some gun downs, do some damage. Gets the first one onto Cold. May get more than that, does. Taco falls. Still not a chance for him to really get toward this defuse, and FNX gonna prove that, but again, decent damage done.
Yeah, they get 3 kills, but there's only SMGs really taken down, and ultimately lose around. So TyLoo will be on to a pretty much full eco here. And because Luminosity just adjusting themselves, going to be upgrading to a couple of AKs. Fur has 5k after that round, so just working out how he's going to invest into this. We'll be sticking with the Mac 10 as well, so he wants to make sure he doesn't give anything away and farm some more cash. As we enter round number 3, TyLoo invested P250 on towards DD. That's absolutely it. So this is a throwaway round here. 3 players going down towards connector. See whether they can actually. It's actually 4 players here. This could kind of get interesting, I guess. Maybe they can swarm the terrorists and make their own on the corner.
The next there, though, is going to collect them for free, because he gets 2 kills. Fallen comes around with the. Oh, I love it. MP7. They tried to get the knife. Why not? You're down already. You might as well get some money. Not like he had a chance to do anything else.
We're going to the first gun round here after that force buy in the second.
Oh, Fallen. Yeah, there's no Jaden.
No Jaden, not this time. TyLoo won't be able to get the AWP. This is the problem on the CT side. If you are doing the force buys in the second, you don't get much for it. You definitely don't have an AWP. They don't have a diffuse kit either. And we'll be going to round number 4 here with a huge disadvantage. 3 smokes, no incendiaries. Let's see what they bring to the table here. Going to have to try and find that first kill, get something working in their favour. We have got Mo obviously pushing towards middle, looking towards the party area. He's going to be joined by Fancy One as well, but default play coming in from Luminosity. Taco waiting towards short. Thinking if any pushes do come in, that could actually happen if somebody does edge towards his own smoke.
FNX is going to be waiting in behind Squeaky. They are slowing it down considerably right now, LG, to try and figure out where these guns are. Good push out, but better shot from Taco. Somebody walking in, but it was all too easy. Crosshair placement was perfect. And Fallen's going to take back Mo as well, so this is working out excellent for LG at this point in time. 3-0 up already, looking to go 4. And we'll continue to build up the economy, but also the bonus for TyLoo. Pushing through, Monster caught out. Taco gets him. I wonder if the Monster would be happy to be fed tacos. I would, I like tacos.
I know you do.
Attacker gonna wait.
I can tell.
Can you?
Yeah.
Because I'm a hipster?
No, I can tell you a lot of them.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. 4-0 Luminosity. Pretty straightforward considering that was the gun round. Really not much done from TyLoo. The single push, but a really slow push. No trade and toward construction, and that was about it.
Yeah, it didn't really work out for them there. This is the problem with going into that first gun round with the force buy on the second. You don't really have much to work with. Don't have the grenades to hold off a full approach from the T's. And it's going to be 4-0 in favor of Luminosity now. They will be partially buying into this again. CZ's and a Desert Eagle, but Luminosity are going to be fully aware of this. Slow things right down. They have got the AWP on a Fallen as well, so they'll be trying to work a pick, establish for any stack. And it's going to be TyLoo taking the initial damage there. Fancy one goes down to 50 HP, and slowly but surely, LG will start to push their way in towards the bathroom to get the first kill there. See, Fancy one getting one, but it's going to be quickly returned by FNX. And now they get another kill here, but just somebody remains in the 3 versus 1. AWP still up for Fallen, and they know the last player as well. Attacker gets that final kill. 5-0 in favor of Luminosity. We'll have a look at the cash coming in for TyLoo now. Finally does stabilize it. That's the maximum loss bonus achieved, so that's $3,400, and they do get the AWP out now on towards Captain Mo. Fancy one yet to buy. He could have got the AWP himself, but yes, you will be going with the M4. So we did see this kind of mix up on cash as well. We do expect Fancy one to come in with the AWP, but Cap seems like Mo does fancy having a chance with it as well as he goes in towards the bathroom area. We'll be going hyper aggressive here, just looking towards Party and seeing whether we can get the first pick.
LG wanted to go down that tunnel, but the Molotov was well timed, so they're all limited right now out toward the end of the monster tunnel. 3-man inside a B early on from TyLoo. Still 2 at jungle, so watch for the boost from somebody and Didi. But the problem is that boost takes 3 men to really be effective, to see all the way over it. And Fur catches Didi in transition away from that jungle position. This becomes a problem, so TyLoo showing some indecision, and they get caught out for it. Luckily, somebody's got the refrag onto Fur as the Molotov lands on the ramp, but he's smoked off. Bomb's not confident to push through from the sandbags, though. So they have got the rotation over in time, and somebody's got another chance flashed in, but not going to check behind the sandbags. Nearly turns in time, but FNX hits the shot, following up close. Not able to secure it toward Toxic. He needs a teammate to come over with a rifle, but when they do, Tacker slowly comes up the ramp and catches off Taco, who thought it would be too easy. And suddenly the favor does come back to TyLoo, simply just using the smokes against LG.
Yeah, very nice retake so far. They have the man advantage in this 3-on-2, so Cold Zera does manage to take down Attacker. Neutralizes the situation. The bomb yet to be planted. They do have time to play with here. They're trying to work out whether there is a flank coming from behind. But now Mo does position himself in upper. And it's actually a very strong position considering where the terrorists are right now. They've got a smoke remaining. And I think they probably will be trying to find the next frag before they make their next move. But Fancy waiting on the site. As we hit the 15-second mark, LG needs to start deciding how they're going to approach this.
Mo's just holding the angle, late to rotate over. Consider that they might go back the other direction, but he's also got the shot onto Cold.
Big round.
And bomb plant denied. Fancy comes in 5-1.
Luminosity look a bit apprehensive to make their way into the bomb site there. They did get the first pick as well, and then waiting for the CT to make their next move. Very nice retake with the smoke grenade and flashbang coming in from TyLoo. Make sure they're working together as well, and Luminosity couldn't find that next frag to get the bomb down. And slowly but surely the numbers dropped, and TyLoo arrive on the scoreboard here, 5-1. Definitely need to be careful though after losing a couple of frags. The full reinvestment into the round leaves them at pretty much nothing, so if they were to lose this, that's a very hard reset indeed. As we're into round number 7. Mo's going to be changing position this time, going towards long. This time it's aggressive, but he's going to have Fallen waiting for him, and he gets the first pick. Reads him like a book. That's the 5-on-4 now going in favor of Luminosity. So that's what I'm talking about with Mo trying to change his position each round, trying to look for those picks to open the round up to the CTs. Doesn't work out this time. And now Luminosity can slow things right down as the CTs are the ones that need to make the reaction and try and get something back in their favor.
Cold FNX and Fallen starting to work toward the bathroom position. Cold and FNX going to try and take over long. Bombs in the hands of Fallen. Fur's already advanced on the front side of the bathroom, so they can start to push along even more aggressively, try and push TyLoo back inside of the A site. And Taco's going to rotate over late to do so, but he's just watching for any aggression still over on the B site. Good positions, though, from DD. Pushed up with Fancy. It's a bait and switch, quite easily achieved, at the very least. Taco's going to try and fake this onto B now with that single smoke, but somebody's pushed so far up that he's going to get a read on this. This is going to be hard to force rotations the other direction, and DD just goes for the fight. It's traded the other way. FNX, but now the bait and switch comes in. Fancy can't hit the shot. FNX with 2. Taco catches off somebody late rotating through mid, and it's suddenly all down to Attacker. And he's going to fall as well on the stairs from Fur.
It's great fundamentals there from Luminosity, working that first pick at the start. As soon as they get to 5 and 4, they just need to slowly but surely push their way up towards the map, gain the map control, and you can see TyLoo had to make something work. They had to get that first initial kill, but just good trading from Luminosity, getting the kill back straight away, left them in a very uncomfortable position. We can see that's a full reset coming in now for TyLoo. $1,400. They will not be able to buy into this one whatsoever. This could mean a double eco as well, Matt. They're going to have 1,900 next round. So, full scenes now for TyLoo.
Yeah, they could force them 2 reasonably well, but it would be desperate if they did. They get 24 after that, they'd be still extremely low, so they might have to take the double eco if they can't win this one. Good push, though. They are trying to take the fight. They're trying to get aggressive and change up the play. It works out. They go down cold, goes for the refrag, and DD gets the off angle.
But the bomb as well now. So
and 2 AKs. Thankfully, one's brought back.
This isn't over just yet. 4 on 2. Fur and Fallen, the last 2 players remaining. As I said, the bomb was down, but it has been picked up now by Fallen. He's going to be making his way back towards T-Spawn, presumably. As now Fur coming in towards the connector. Looking at that first frag towards Fancy. He has spotted him, but he's falling back now. Does manage to get the kill. Fallen gets one as well for the P250.
2 plays onto 2. AK up in the hands of Attacker. Somebody's not been able to push up far enough to grab one of his own. He falls back to the A site. LG still indecisive on where they want to go. 50 seconds. It's long rotations between the 2 bomb sites on this map. So they do have to commit usually around the 40-second mark. You can read exactly where they're going to go.
Separated now the CTs, one towards the B sides and one towards bathrooms. They have managed to pick up that AK as you mentioned before, but that's attacking on 25 HP. Luminosity have equaled things up at 2 on 2 here, but still not out of the woods just yet. Looking like they will be heading towards that B site. And that's where the AK is, so attacker behind those barrels. If you can just find that first kill and try and stay alive as long as possible, just run the clock down. Could be something to work with.
And it's good that he's playing behind the barrels with no armor as well, because they'll take a lot of the damage. Makes it a much harder shot. Fallen spotted through the gap, but Attacker does fall. Fallen hits a headshot, had to from that position. Somebody has an AK now, though, because he did rotate down through the lower tunnels. Bomb's just going to be planted. Fallen falls away. Don't have the information that somebody's here, but he gets around the corner in time not to be spotted, and Fallen's considering it.
No kids here, so he needs to find these frags. It looks like he will get the first one to Fallen as well. That's a massive kill for him to get. Now it's just Fur in the 1 versus 1.
Somebody falls away as well. He just wants to open up the angle. Force the issue now from LG, and he has to go toward this. You said it. No kit. First got it. Switches to the pistol to do it, but it doesn't matter. It's 6-1, and now going to 7 for Luminosity.
Still finding 4 frags there when he did, what, 4 USPs in a P250? That's pretty impressive, and could have gone either way at that last stage. The low HP on the final player for Luminosity, but still difficult times in terms of the cash for TyLoo here. They will be buying up for this round, so they do have the 5 rifles, two of them being Famases, but once again, no kits and no real utility to work with, so 3 smoke grenades and a flash, that's about it. They're going to have to be working hard for these rounds going forward. This is the rut you get into a CT. You never really get the bankroll going. Once you get in this situation, you know you're not winning consecutive rounds in a row.
Fancy flashes through. Mo catches that but falls away, and he's just not going to put himself into a dangerous situation there. Still pushing quite aggressively. LG out toward this A site, though, and Mo's going to fall even further, but watch to his right. Needs to be careful. There is a player that's approached quite quickly. Is he going to spot the gun barrel? No, but does react in time with the FAMAS to hit the headshot onto Fur.
There it is. That's the first frag they needed, considering the situation. Look towards somebody as well. They've got to all the way towards T-spawn. It might be too late, as you can see. Luminosity got tons of map control towards middle. They could fully execute here with the smoke grenades and try and get a plant down, but this is a decent lurk coming in. It's going to be somebody joined by DD as well. They can get the skates or maybe able to do something with this.
Fallen's trying to open up the A site as well with that AWP. But somebody in DD, like you said, this is such good positioning for them. And it might work out. LG's executing right now. They would have no idea. It's too bad the flank wasn't at this exact second, because somebody would pick up 2.
Yeah, comes the wall of smoke down to the site. This would be just to get the plant down and zone the CTs out of the site. The attacker going in first, checking the close corners. He's giving the call for his teammates to get the bomb down.
They're going to play default, though. Somebody's not in position yet. He's still waiting at the lower tunnels. He needed to be quicker. DD's got out toward long, but no one to flank there. He'll just have to play it from the wing, play it from the side as Taco does get one and falls away. Somebody comes out now, but FNX already staring it down, and yep, it's definitely way too late for the flank. FNX hits the shot.
They gained so much information from that push towards the T-spot. I'm not sure why they weren't actually taking more of it, but Attacker making something of this now. Just found the first kill, Fallen takes down Fancy, but it's going to be a flurry of frags there to kind of finish it off. And Luminosity, a pretty simple round in the end. But like I said, TyLoo, when you have that kind of map control, you've got all the way to T-spawn, you've cleared that connector as well. I would say at that point, you probably want to be going in, just as your teammates are calling the smokes are being executed right now. It needs to be a bit faster and capitalize on that flank you've actually gathered. But they give it away, and it's going to be another eco coming in for TyLoo. This money situation for them is pretty dire. They are going to be at third stage loss bonus right now. $2,400 coming in, so should be able to buy once more next round, but this round will just be CZs and PT50s, body armor on towards Mo. As we're going to round number 10. 8-1, much more convincing on Overpass for Luminosity.
Fur's going to push up from the long position as well. Covers off that connector, but the smoke out leaves Fancy inside of it. We'll see if he can do anything with the pistols. Again, sneaky spot to play. And DD's got aggressive in the lower tunnels, but hasn't climbed the ladder yet, so FNX won't be flanked out too soon. Now he's going to run, though. They push this together if they time this. If Mo goes up the stairs from the lower tunnels at the same time that DD wraps around, they might be able to catch off FNX and pick up a gun, but they've already given up the A site. And Fancy out toward long is actually putting his attention back toward where Fallen is playing. There it is. There's the push, though. They time it. They do have the AK, but Fur's going to take down somebody. It's still a large task for that single AK to work. And they're going to have the information, LG, that they're coming from that direction. So already they're looking back, but they can't establish a good post plant. Fallen's gone down to 10 HP. Cold has to come over now and flash through with an AK. Get aggressive on this. He's going to do it himself, but doesn't spot it yet. Does turn around just in time. Catches Mo out.
It's been quite an exciting round, but ultimately TyLoo only managed to pick up one frag there. Fallen goes down to very low HP, and it's going to be 9-1 in favor of the Brazilians. Do have a decent buy now, finally, for TyLoo. It's still not going to be great in terms of the AWP potential. You can see 5k pretty much solid across the board. So they could get AWPs, but it would be glass cannons. And we do have a pause coming in now for TyLoo. So they're going to be working out how they can approach this situation. They have tried the aggression of the AWP, but Fallen just read them straight away. I prefer them to play more of a default round here, just try and maybe go toward two players towards connector, try and work that first frag. They need something to get going at the beginning of the round. It seems like they're so tight on money here. They're going in without the incendiaries, without the kits, and it seems like Luminosity is going to slow things right down, stick together, start dissecting towards middle, and then the wall of smokes comes in, and it seems like they just haven't got enough utility to actually retake it. They need that man advantage to actually get them going. TyLoo here, it's a very difficult situation. And it's going to happen once again, even if they win the next round. There's so much pressure on them to actually get multiple rounds in a row. And they're running out now. There's only going to be 5 rounds remaining.
And LG is being very careful about their approach as well. They're checking every corner. They're doing it together. It's not like one man is usually in a position to get caught out. I will say the most careless round that LG had was against the Eco when they lost 2 AKs in the bomb in the lower tunnels.
Yeah, but they still like managed to rectify the situation, right? It was very interesting the fact it went down from 4 USPs in a PT50 to a 1 versus 1. But Luminosity did dodge losing that round. So 9-1. And this is a kind of as predicted so far. We did say Cash was a hit and miss map for Luminosity. Going into Overpass, they're looking much stronger here. The unpause is called at this stage. And obviously Luminosity get the time here as well to work out what's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for a straight up contact play, maybe just a fast towards B, going through Monster Tunnel. And just to mix things up, as they know the adjustment will be coming in from TyLoo at this stage. That's probably what I'd be calling like this right now. Just mix it up, first spanner in the works. We're going very slow and standard so far.
Well, let's see if that's what it's going to be. Mo's already inside the bathroom. Fancy tries to go for the jump himself to get him up on top of the flower pot. Fur, meanwhile, has already gone fast toward the sandbags. Slight gap in the smoke. We'll see if he can take advantage of this, but good positioning to be there quickly. They have to check it. They're watching it. TD's going to spot it. Sees just his foot. That's enough as he sprays down with the M4. And now they've got the man advantage, Henry. This is exactly what you were talking about. It's been hard for them to find this. They have to find a way to stabilize.
They have got the AWP on towards Fancy One as well. He's towards long. He's holding A pretty much by himself right now. We have got Mo edging his way towards connector as well, but 3 players towards B, but they did find that first pick. So we'll see how Luminosity do adjust themselves here. They still have smoke grenades of Cold Zero. There it is, rectifies it, takes down Mo. DD chiming in as well, but it's going to be equal exchanges so far. And finally though, TyLoo do get the man advantage once again. 3 versus 2, Cold Zero on low HP as well. And Sheep should be taken down here as he actually goes down to the 3 on 1 situation. So you're absolutely right. As soon as TyLoo got that man advantage, they're actually still willing to take these duels and take them down. 2 frags for DD. Somebody finds one as well. Cold Zera now. No bomb, no HP. Assume this is TyLoo's second round, but they need to make sure they keep all 3 players alive here. If they were to drop any more, that could be a massive problem, but somebody does it. Makes it a pretty clean round there, and it's going to be 9-2.
9-2, TyLoo finally getting their second one. But it's after 4 rounds go against them. Another reset potential for them to find themselves in.
Indeed.
Yeah, going down. It does hit that first shot, though. It does get that early kill. That was crucial because they finally win the round on it. So let's see if they can continue to find those opening picks. And LG is going to rotate all the way back over toward the A site. One player going toward the lower tunnels. That's Fallen, who has bomb. But he has the AWP, so he's not going to push aggressively. He's going to hold the angle until LG, with both Taco and Fur, can get down the stairwell and into a closer position. There it is, though. There's the first pick from TyLoo. Mo finds it against FNX.
No refrag as well. He manages to get out of the bathrooms area, and they're falling back, goes for a passive hold on towards the A site.
DD's going for the flank again this time as well. And Fallen's still lagging behind with the bomb. DD's going to try and be slow about this, but needs to time it right. Oh, he's going to check the lower. If he had gone all the way around, he might have caught him at long, but we'll see if he can still make this work from the stairwell. Because they are limited out by the smoke. TyLoo just has to buy space and time for DD to get into a better position. Because they have no idea that he's coming. And DD, he's still waiting as well. This is, again, another flank. We've seen this before from TyLoo in this half, where they've got good positioning, but they don't take advantage of it. They don't play it fast enough. And DD's going to render himself useless with more time that goes on, because LG's getting closer to the A site, and Fancy's waiting with the angle. Oh, this is it. You use it against us, Guardian. We'll try and use it. Doesn't quite work out, but they still find the kill.
That boost is always very cool. It's one of the few maps we still have seeing new things. Almost every tournament being explored, but there it is. Fallen does find the frag back on towards Fancy One. It will be a 4-on-4 here. 30 seconds remaining, and the CTs are going to be adjusting themselves towards the A site. T still have smoke, so you'd assume it'll be a similar approach to before. Molotov towards bank, and smoke rungs coming in, and they're going to go for the frag from the site.
It's going to be Attacker, though, and Captain Mo. Attacker and somebody now comes in as he pops out late. Attacker's got the shot onto Fur. Very well done. And again, they were slow enough as they tried that boost to allow DD to get back into a position. It nearly didn't work itself out, but they get the round 2 in a row. They avoid the reset.
Yeah, Luminosity just didn't leave themselves enough time there as they went onto the site. They had to just force themselves on. Went for a simple execution there, just one Molotov and a couple of flashbangs, but it wasn't enough. TyLoo holding strong there after finding that first pick. And we said they needed multiple rounds in that. That's actually going to be 2 in a row now. And they haven't broken the bank of Luminosity just yet, but this round will do it. So we're going to number 13 now. The double AWP setup, and there it is. Fancy does find Cold Zera, and once again, the man advantage going towards TyLoo for the 3rd time in a row now. Just need to hold on, fall back, do exactly what they did before, get back to the bomb sites and not give anything Luminosity to work with.
Fancy holding the angle from bathrooms. Haven't seen him get aggressive with the AWP out towards Fountain like we often do with AWPs. We get a good spawn position, but he hits the shot. Why is... That was interesting. You would have thought the refrag came in from Fur, but he goes in, checks out the off angle, and gives the time to Fancy to run away. So now, you mentioned it during that timeout, Henry. Get the first picks. It's been 3 rounds in a row.
Yep.
And again, they haven't gotten any trades, Luminosity.
Yeah, it's actually very impressive so far from TyLoo. This double AWP setup as well gives them a lot more potential to find those picks. It's Fancy finding 2. Now, Luminosity with 1 minute remaining, and just hoping that this AWP they've got on FNX can find the next frag and give them something to work with here. But 5-on-2 situation, it's pretty much guaranteed going in favor of TyLoo here. An absolute blunder for them to drop this round. There it is. Somebody does take down Fur. That solidifies it. Next. This is actually the round that breaks them as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is momentum being built from TyLoo. Remember the first time they played in the weekend, the opening match, the entire tournament at that. TyLoo was down super early, 11-0, and they mounted a bit of a comeback in the second half as well and made it, I think it was 16-11 in the end.
Yeah, well, they were 9-1 down.
Rule them out of this.
9-1 down and coming back 9-4. Potential to actually get a couple more here as well, considering the buy from Luminosity. They will be forcing it by the looks of things. 1 AK and a Galil. And 3 pistols to try and get themselves into a bomb site here. Swarm it. Definitely viable on Overpass. This is where you still probably see the B executes coming in. Molotov towards the B side, smoke out, take the vision away from the CT and try and force through with the Tech 9 Zigzag. Exactly might be happening here. So committed towards that side of the map. Fallen setting up a smoke.
Watch the jump. It's pre-aimed by Fur. Doesn't hit the shot, though. That could have cost them. Attacker inside the side. Somebody pushing back out a little bit more aggressively toward the sandbags at 3 smoke. Somebody's going to play the close angle. CT side of the sandbags. Hope they overlook him and run past. But he needs to either commit to that or get out, because that smoke's slowly going to fade. Molotov goes over. Somebody's there. He's got to sit on this smoke. LG goes in. Cold waits. Patience. It really is from TyLoo. Now the flash. Now the push. Somebody's going to go. One blind up. Can't find the angle, and FNX behind him. Had no idea he was there. And now it's up to Attacker to push back in. As the bomb does get planted, it's caught, though. Fancy takes down Taco immediately on the exit. And FNX holds the angle against Fancy, who tries to get back toward Toxic, so the post-plant positioning is working out. It's down to Captain Mo. He's found one shot onto FNX. He's got the kit. He's still got time to try and work this. The smoke on the edge of it. Gonna tap it, bait them out, but there's 3 players he has to find with the AWP. Gets the first great shot, but Fur immediately there at the same angle.
Yeah, Mo doing what he can towards the end of that round. And it was a force fight from Luminosity. He only had 2 rifles, one of those being a Galil as well. But that B execute, it can be so strong regardless of the weapons you have. The Tech 9s pushing through, flashing, making things very difficult with the CTs as the execution comes in. Luminosity find that opening frag, get the bomb down as well, and the retake can be so tough at that point. The Brazilians are capitalized this time and give themselves a nice, decent amount of cash going into the last round here. The CTs actually had a huge advantage there in terms of the buys, but it's going to be 10-4. Now they go in with 5 rifles and 1 kit. Actually some aggression here from Mo towards the connector area. Fur could find himself in a difficult situation, but he does smoke him out. We go into the final round of the half.
And Mo's still in here, waiting behind the smoke. Patience is his friend because he will at least find Fur. 3 men toward long. They all catch that nade. Massive damage onto Fallen as they try and find that kill, but it is going to be FNX that gets it. Mo, again, though, on this flank. I think he's been spotted this time. Yeah. And they all turn back. Look at that. Swarmed immediately.
They seem to be doing really great work with these flanks, but they haven't really capitalized so far. It means that they get great positions and they find ways to get behind the radar, but it's not really led to much so far. That's going to be another frag given towards Luminosity. 4 on 3. And we see the CTs now just need to hunt for a frag here. DD in towards the bathrooms. He needs to be offensive here and see if we can find the next frag. He's going to be joined by somebody in connector. So they still have relatively good positions in terms of Luminosity's next move. They're yet to commit. 45 seconds remains. And actually just be holding up completely, waiting for this CT reaction. So still decent, but Luminosity needs to decide where they're going next.
DD's gonna push down the stairwell, secure the top part of the middle, work with somebody. Who? Somebody. And they're gonna actually time this so that they get to put sandbags at the exact time that LG is going to be working in from Monster.
It's Fallen as well, faking towards A, throwing a couple of Molotovs and a smoke towards that side of the map. And here comes the first frag. Somebody to get the first, but coldzera takes him down in return. 3 on 2, still a favor of Luminosity, but the fact is Fallen's on the other side of the map, so he needs to act fast to get back there. But it's not going to matter. coldzera doing absolute work here. Takes down Attacker as well. Just DD remains, and he's towards upper. Has got no kit, but very strong in the last round. Let's see what he can do here. Gets the first frag here. Has got a chance.
Still ticking. Molotov left to throw as well as the nade. He'll use the first towards sandbags. Bounces the Molotov up. Not really sure what the plan was on that as he clears out that, I guess, that bottom corner. But Cold's waiting toward jungle. He'll find the kill. And it'll be 10-4 now in favor of Luminosity. TyLoo's comeback kind of halted in their economy.
Considering it was...
Actually, sorry, excuse me. It's going to go 11-4 because the bomb... That stupid timer. I hate that.
Considering it was like 9-1 at one stage, the fact they've come back and actually got those 3 rounds in a row after the pause, good adjustments from them. Once you see what happened once they got the money rolling for themselves, and they had the double orbs, and they actually were able to work picks. This is the problem after going for that second round force fight. It all comes back to that ultimately. After they go into that first gun round, didn't have much to play with, and the money was just such a huge problem throughout that first half. Once the money was decent, that actually you could see they do know what they're doing in terms of getting the picks, and the situations working out, and the retakes look great on cash as well. Looking very strong here as well. Just didn't have enough money to play over the whole round.
I mean, and you were dead correct about finding that first pick. Once they started to do so, things became much easier for them. But unlike Cash, Luminosity, on a much more comfortable map, have a decent lead to work with. 11-4. So we swap it over, and we'll see what TyLoo can do. Again, this T-sides have been decent from them, but do they have any execution at all on Overpass?
We'll see what they bring to the table here. Once again, DD is the raid boss. We saw this on towards Cash. That means he gets the Tech 9 and armor. The Tech 9 has to be dropped for him. They have a smoke on Mo as well. So we'll see what he can deliver in terms of the execution. That will be going towards mid to kick things off. There's quite a lot of aggression coming in from the CTs here. Fallen will be boosting himself up towards Party. Look for that first pick. Does spot 2. Decides to fall back here with the intel. There's a player towards long as well. That's going to be first. He's the one first to challenge. Gets the first kill. Can he get more out of this? Takes down DD, but somebody replies.
Somebody does reply, but gets traded out by Fall, and it's Fancy that brings him back. So dead even so far. Again, TyLoo's going to go for this raid boss play with the Tech 9. It's Attacker that does so. We saw that on Cash as well with DD, who tried to push forward. Good shot from FNX, catches out Mo and Long. But immediately, again, they turn back onto him because the other two players both there. So he at least gets that information, FNX. He can relay that to his two teammates who are going to be split up right now. The question is, with this timing, does Cold try and go for a flank? He goes all the way toward Monster, actually.
It was a very nice flank towards the long from the CT there, but ultimately, with 1 minute left, doesn't really equate to too much here. Taco spotting 3 players towards long once again. We can see the rotations coming in. It's going to be Cold Zera. He's trying to work out whether he can like lock them into this position. He's going to be in connector as well. This could work out massively. He needs to work out whether they're going to be going back towards playground or they're going to be committing to bathrooms.
Taco is very smart because rather than stay in the A site, he actually gets closer to Cold, falls into the bathroom so that they could retake together if they went to A, and he can also get in a position to help out his teammate, but he goes down. It's all into Cold. They're getting close. They've spotted him. They know he's here. He's got to get down the hallway. He's got to give this up. And now they're going to go back to A because they know he confronts only in front of the B site, and he's going to have to play this the hard way, Cold. Running back up.
I'm glad they
smoke out. This is very smart from TyLoo.
They could have actually decided to challenge him then. They're like, you know what, it's Cold Zero. We should probably just go plant the bomb and give ourselves an actual real strong chance of winning this one.
This is even smarter. Inside the smoke, the flank. Oh, that hacker. Don't scare me like that, but he does hit the shot. And it is going to be TyLoo with the pistol.
Yeah, nice work from them. You can see when they're in that connector area, they thought, should we just both kill him? Should we just rush him? And they decided to just get the bomb down and make sure if this does go horribly wrong, still we get the bonus money there. Cold Zero unable to find both frags, but it is a force spike coming from Luminosity. 2 scouts, make it 3. The 3 scouts on Overpass, they have got a CZ and Taco really buying anything here, so he'll just be on the silence USP. Over on the other side, we have TyLoo with 2 MAC-10s, 2 Galils, and an AK-47. Still have a decent amount of utility as well. They'll be slowing things right down as the scout shots start to come in. If somebody goes down to 12 HP, so that definitely helps in terms of the tagging potential of that CZ. Ooh, lovely shot.
Indeed, he starts it off. TyLoo's still going to work down from the underpass. They are going for the boost on Fur. Jumping scout in position. Spots one. They spot him in turn. Good tag, but Attacker jumping because he can do the same with the SMG. Gets the headshot over top of the wall, and now Taco's going to pick up that scout, fall back, try and hold the angle. Does spot one coming in. He actually hit that shot. I don't think he did towards sandbags, but there is 2 players, 3 players now very low, so Cold has a great chance. Bomb's going to get in position to go for the plant, and a Molotov, or excuse me, it's smoke. It looked like a Molotov as it went by. It's a smoke.
Yeah.
Onto Cold. It's not actually thrown that effectively, so Cold still has all kinds of angle to read on this.
Yeah, they did do so much damage with those scouts, but unfortunately now Cold Zero is zoned out as the bombers are planted towards that B site. You can see DD coming from CT spawn as well. We're just trying to hunt out any remaining players, and you should find the first one here. Easy stuff. Gets FNX, and now just be Cold Zero. Left in an almost impossible situation, and DD finds him as well. So force spike for Luminosity did look like it had some potential there with all those scout tags, but ultimately doesn't amount to much. TyLoo get the bomb down towards B. And there's a couple of frags, but that's about it. As we go into round number 18 now, Luminosity will be pretty much on a full eco here. Can't really justify anything. Taco has kept his money relatively strong, so he will be able to drop the orb if required going into the next round. But Captain Mo with the MAC-10 knows he'll be up against unarmored players here. Can just have an absolute field day with the SMG.
All right.
There's
just a few nades.
Yeah, they had all the players there as well, but didn't really land any damage. That could have been massive amounts of kills gathered, but 3 players for CTs actually in that area didn't actually take anything.
It was cool to see it from that angle, though. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4. But for FNX trades, so as you say, the nades don't really do anything. Little fireworks show, little display. The Chinese did invent fireworks, Henry.
True. Bit of trivia for you there. Matt's always full of facts these days.
Ah, always.
The man who swallowed an encyclopedia.
And the man who swallowed something else. Smoke out somebody into the site. Smoke's on default, so trying to bait out potentially that they're going to go for that plant, but Attacker holds the angle as FNX tries to come back into the site from the bathrooms, and Fallen tries to get clever and get between the 2 TyLoo players, but somebody holds that off as well. It's on to Cold. 1 versus 4. Not going to happen. This will go 11-7. And now we get the guns out from LG.
Well done, TyLoo with a clean 3-0. And there it is. Taco will be purchasing the AWP for Fallen. He was a player on that second round investment. He didn't actually purchase a single thing. Just helping out his leader there.
I don't understand why they're calling me racist in chat for stating a fact.
What's that, sorry?
They did invent fireworks.
Is there everyone talking about fireworks in the chat right now?
I don't know what's going on in this chat.
The fact you're reading it while we're casting is
That's true, yeah, I'm sorry.
But Round number 19. AWP on towards Fallen. We assume he'll be going aggressive. He actually did go for that first pick towards middle. Unable to find anything with it. That's a very slow play here from TyLoo. Focusing towards the connector area as well. They're going to be smoked out for now. Seeing if there's any aggression coming in from the CTs. Big round for them. They have managed to go at 3-0 on the second half. Get themselves back into this. It was 11-4 at the start. But they haven't gotten up themselves. They're going to try and build up their bankroll with the 5 AKs. Make it 1 kill as well. 4, 5 smokes remaining as well. So just trying to gain some map control here. Trying to bleed the CTs out. Make them use their smokes at the start of the round, which has been very effective. There's only 1 smoke remaining. That's from Taco. But Fallen still towards that bathroom area. He's trying to work that first pick.
He's fallen off it a little bit, though. They've got 2 over toward B. Open angle from Cold, who's going to try and hold Monster with that M4. He wants information. Taco just in front of him is trying to do the same to support him. He's playing between both Monster and the sandbags. Fragile pace to this game. Late smoke out on Monster. They're going to go through that, though, TyLoo. Gives Cold. Oh, too easy. It's a shooting gallery. 1, 2, 3. Can't quite line up the 4th, but there's Taco. There's that support play. It's actually 2 for Taco. He got the second one that was stolen away beforehand, but he's traded by DD, who's now left alive. They've got him pincered off, though. They've got him completely controlled. Bomb down outside of the Monster tunnel. DD,
God, so much damage.
Through the wall as well. Is not long for life in this world.
Yeah, that's a dream scenario there. coldzera being gifted 2 kills as they ran through the smoke. It's just absolutely perfect timing for him. TyLoo forcing himself through, and it's such a tight choke point. You don't even have to aim at that stage. Just crouch spray, unload 30 bullets. You're going to find kills, and it's going to be DD now on 1 HP. Somehow surviving this round. Doesn't want to die at this point. Obviously, get no cash going to the next, but there it is. After 3-0, Luminosity do find their next round. 12-7 now. We're going to number 20, and the cash is still fine for TyLoo here. You can see they get the AWP out now, and there's the spray down from coldzera. It's such a nightmare going through smoke. You have no idea what's on the other side. And they forced themselves through it. Didn't really work out too well. Falling back on the AWP.
Yeah, as is fancy. So we'll see if that can pay off. TyLoo's going to go quickly out toward that statue position. There's no real commitment from LG, who did look like they wanted to get Fallen up toward the party to get a fast peek, but they fall away from it. Instead, it's FNX goes down to the tunnel, spots them up. Good nade. This should do damage to 2. Just 1, actually. It only hits Mo.
Well, he's got full control of the connector now. Smoke them out. That definitely slows down the offense here, as they are trying to work that first pick towards long.
I'm wondering if that pesky tool bench just blocked the nade damage again.
Oh yeah, that's happened a couple of times.
Yeah, because Attacker was actually the one that was closer to the nade, but he didn't get any damage done. It was Mo that was over by the ladder. So that still needs some addressing, I think, but Fallen ready for this position over toward the bathrooms, not peeking over toward the party, but there's a smoke there. He has to commit to the top of the stairwell. Doesn't really have anyone playing aggressively with him, so yeah, okay, this is the right decision. He has to get out of that, because the closer they get, the more danger he was in, and FNX has already committed to going back to the bank stairs. So Fallen's going to go for the 1 shot and get out, spots it, but can't repeak it.
That timing didn't really work out in his favor. At the moment he decided to fall back, that's when the face came in. But now TyLoo do have some mid control here. We do have still 1 player towards short, that's coldzera, but TyLoo do have the chance to fully execute here. They still have 4 smokes, time ticking away. This would be the time to do it. But look at this close-up position from Fur. He'll be challenging them and trying to slow them down as the time ticks away. Fancy just trying to find that first pick. Not going to be gifted anything just yet. They need to start making their next move. And here they go into the bomb site now.
Fur gonna hold the angle, the corner, not checked, Fallen gets the first shot. They have to know first here. He didn't get the kill, though. So was the information relayed? Apparently not. Fur walks out, gets 1 more, and it's just a cleanup.
Yeah, TyLoo, after doing some good work there, pushing the CTs back, didn't really leave themselves enough to work with. They definitely had the time to go for the full wall of smokes execution. They had 4 smokes available as well. Decided to go for straight up contact play there. It was Fur waiting in the tight off angle, finds the first 2 frags, spots the barrel around the corner as well, takes him down. And then TyLoo definitely didn't have any time to actually find the execution needed to actually push their CDs back further, but their money's in a pretty dire situation now. They're going to be going in with 3 AKs, a Tech 9, a Gillo, almost no utility. This means a very simple play has to come in. Trying to challenge that first frag, but Attacker gets it blind, takes that FNX. Something to work with here, Matt.
Absolutely, and Fancy. He's going to push forward, swap out that M4 immediately to the AK. Leaves an M4 down now for somebody to grab if he can get in that position. Right now, he's way out toward the playground, though. He's going to hold that position just to make sure they don't get flanked. Fallen's inside the bathrooms, this time toward the long position. Needs to hold this off. Make sure they don't rotate back over. It's on Cold, though. Gets two.
Oh,
the
wow.
second one was actually impressive because he was dead to rights. They do trade him out eventually, but that's big work done by Cold to even up the situation. Taco still there with 9 HP. Has to be so careful inside of B.
Well, now they have one smoke remaining. And we can see the CTs rotating in from connector as well, so they need to be quick here. They're going to be trying to force themselves in through the monster tunnel here. It's going to be Mo leading the charge, but it's Fallen to find that first kill. Now 2 players remain, 3 on 2 in favor of the Brazilians. Bomb is down towards short as well. It's horrible, but somebody making a lot of noise somehow gets that kill on towards first. Still some signs of life here as they're trying to force themselves onto the side. Fur
didn't see him cross.
Fallen.
Fallen didn't see him cross. Thankfully, Taco finds that kill. That's big because Fallen's in danger. Somebody has to go for this bomb. And Fallen missed that first shot. I thought he was done for. Good nade, somebody down to 42, but Taco again, remember, on 9 HP, Fallen on the AWP. Has to hit a pressure shot, Fallen, it gets in the open. Tech9 picks him away, and now it is gonna be on the low HP of Taco, but times his peak perfectly.
Oh, that 2-on-1 got a bit close there. He said Taco was on 9 HP and does manage to face and take that final frag, but it was TyLoo that got the opening kill in towards that connector area. Takia, I think he was fully blind, but there's a great play from coldzera. That second kill, as you said, very impressive to actually manage to get that one, considering the position he was in. And now Luminosity touching distance from map points here. You can see they've broken the economy of TyLoo. It's going to be CZs, UMPs, and the Gello. They have got the smoke grenades, though. This will probably be a similar situation we saw from Luminosity. When the money's tight, and you have a couple of rifles, normally first protocol is to go for that B, execute, smoke all over the bomb site, try and flash in, and use your lesser weapons to run through and make things uncomfortable for the CTs. Here it comes.
Taco waiting. Oh, they're stacked up. He actually did damage on the Cold. I'm pretty sure it was him that may have tagged him down because that was a headshot that didn't do as much damage. Okay, he's down to 8. But he's got the AWP, and he's gonna still get a shot. Finds Fancy. It's all on Mo. UMP, Luminosity, map point to work with, trying to equal out this series.
And the money's still pretty bad for TyLoo. This map will be going in favor of Luminosity here. He will be able to get some rifles, but it'll be Galils and AKs, maybe a couple of Tech9s as well. And it's a double AWP setup for Luminosity, so they just get stronger as the rounds go on. Number 23, and TyLoo need 8 in a row just to force into overtime at this stage. So looking like we're going to 1-1 in terms of the map scores, but let's see whether TyLoo still have anything to work with here. They'll be focusing their efforts towards middle, but as I said before, the double AWP setup going to be too strong for them. Headshot comes in from coldzera. Fur pushing long as well. It's very aggressive indeed, and they get the first 2 frags. Can fall back now, but looks like they want more from this.
Yeah, for great positioning, great read to push up, and FNX, he'll follow that up. He's gonna find DD. They're getting aggressive, all in the fact that Fur can hold down that angle. Good flash over. FNX, it's 1 to go. Down to Fancy. He's got an M4, he swapped it out. He has the angle actually against Fallen, but he's able to get that strafe jump around the corner, and Fur hits the shot. It is gonna be Luminosity. 16-7, they'll force out map 3.
Much more convincing than that. You can see they completely control the situation, especially on that CT side. After losing the pistol, they get 5 clean rounds in a row. And it was just a money situation for TyLoo on that first half. You see, they never really got rolling. We saw them bouncing back. Once they took the pause and actually had the opportunity to get AWPs and work those first picks and had more utility and defuse kits, you can see they could play the map, but it was just too little too late at that stage. That second round force fire, I really do feel affected them going into this one.
Well, they impressed us on cash, but Luminosity strike back. There was hope. I thought there was hope when they started to get that first half momentum. They broke Luminosity, but that force buy, again, just killed them. And then now we've got to see how they fare in map 3. But again, TyLoo, they're still in this series very much so, and Luminosity definitely has to respect them. I think they're aware of that.
They bounced back. Luminosity, we thought cash would be hit or miss for them, but Overpass is a very convincing manner. So we will be going to the third map. Do you remember what it is?
Nope, that's why we're going to take a break. We'll figure that out. When we come back, it will be Inferno.
Of course.
So thank you. We totally figured that out on our own. We didn't have any help whatsoever. Way to go, Nick. We'll see you after the break, guys. Map 3, the decider between Luminosity and TyLoo. To clear out B, when they walk in, it's less angles they have to hold. They don't have to cover over. They don't have to swing their guns from water back that direction. They can focus on spools. They can focus on emo. And they clear the B site really quickly. So keep an eye on that. Now, that said, they haven't been using it as much. They have been working A picks more than anything. But if they don't find the picks, I guarantee they go to that strategy a few times. We'll have to see if TyLoo are aware of it.
Well, we will be going into the knife here. I'd say it'd be very beneficial for TyLoo to try and win this one, get that CT side, see if they can get some strong arms here in the first half. And like you said, LG, very good hybrid team. They have tons of strategies in terms of executions and stuff, are very good and very efficient of slowing things down and working those picks, especially with players like coldzera and Fallen, finding them the frags. My friend will be ending here. Oh, the little cheer as well. LG win the knife, enjoying themselves. It's quite cool. Have you noticed every time TyLoo get a kill any round, you can hear them all like shouting since they get it? It's kind of brings it a little bit more hype. Every single kill, I'm not even talking about a round, every kill they get, they start shouting.
like Splice, but I guess Splice is more round-based.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't have a Splice tattoo right now.
You wanted to get one.
Debatable.
You were trying your hardest.
I don't think I really was. I mean, I took a pretty safe bet. Yanko would have got one with me, so.
Fair enough. That would have been excellent.
Maybe we could have done it really romantic, like where I get half the S on my arm and he gets the other half, and we put them together. It's
okay.
The full Splice logo.
That'd be quite cool, actually.
Don't ever say that again. It would not be, but again, Knife went to LG. They're going to start CT side. It's a momentum-based map. Utility is important, so watch the economy. Make sure they can get rolling.
Indeed. We'll go into the third and final map here. TyLoo versus Luminosity. Luminosity starting on the CT side here. We'll see the buys coming in for both teams. Actually, quite a slow buy. No one's committing just yet. We can see TyLoo getting 2 sets of armor for now. 3, 4. Fancy one does have the smoke and 2 flashbangs here, so we'll see how they decide to approach the situation. Similar scenes for Luminosity as well. One defuse kit and a couple of flashbangs for Fall, and the rest of his teammates on towards that body armor as well. Doesn't look like they'll be committing towards any sort of real aggression here. Third is spot towards middle. Actually looking like a heavy B-side attack from TyLoo, committing all 5 players to this side of the map as well. They do spot a player towards the corner, and now going to be forcing their way into the side as well.
Fallen falls away from this. Has to on spools. It gives it to Cold to do the damage, and that means Fallen can try and get back into this, but he's watching to make sure they didn't push through that smoke. He's still waiting for a flank inside of construction, as Fur's going to try and do the same. A flank from Banana drops the bomb down. But they're still in a disadvantaged situation, more so as it goes to 4 versus 2. They catch Fur out re-peeking. And Didi in the corner awkwardly misses the first shot, but FNX will drop. And it's Taco versus 4. So TyLoo looking to get things rolling again. Watch the economy on the CT side. So this is an excellent start for TyLoo.
Yeah, simple B play there, committing everyone towards that side of the map. Push the CDs back. And as they're readjusting themselves, they swarm the bomb site and find those first kills. Just to note though, I've never seen sensitivity this high on any team ever in Counter-Strike. I was watching DD there, I was watching on my screen. Like
he's twitchy.
He must be on like 6 sends or something like that. It's unbelievable how like fast he's moving around. It looks like the almost Go TV can't keep up with him.
He was twitchy. There was a moment in the underpass on Overpass that it was actually kind of twitchy as well. Yeah, I mean, it is an interesting note.
Very cool.
Precision.
Anyway, 1-0 in favor of TyLoo now. They will be going for 3 rifles, 2 SMGs. One of those are Mac 10. That's going to be on towards Mo. Of course, Luminosity force buying into this one. As with round number 2, they're going to have upgraded pistols, of course, and 3 sets of head armor. The CZs can be very efficient on this map. That's going to be ordered by FNX and Cold Zera. No real stack here. We have got 1 player towards the B side. That's Fallen. Just trying to gain as much intel as he can towards the top of B there. Call for rotations nice and early. But TyLoo slowing things right down now. Let's going to see any utility that the CTs do have. Bleed them out. Work together. Take over middle. Choose a site. Should be a pretty simple affair for this.
So we'll see if the setup works. With these 4 players over toward the A site, 2 of which inside of it, FNX and Fur, but right now it's TyLoo that's looking to put the pressure onto Banana and Fallen. Gonna fall back with the P250.
Yeah, so he had spot on in the corner there, so you can see the rotations coming in. Yeah, got Cold Zera coming from spawn. This should be a very simple round here for TyLoo.
Yeah, he's smoked off already Cold, so Fallen's not going to peek. He's going to wait to try and get a shot, but goes for the first one. That gives somebody who's close up the information, then they turn back. Fancy finds Cold, and like you say, pretty straightforward at this point. Best they can do is just drop a few guns out of the hands of TyLoo.
Yeah, they just chose the correct bomb site there. FNX does find a kill on towards somebody, so something to work with here. They haven't managed to pick up the weapon just yet. Attacker does take them down though eventually. Fur on low HP as well. So they'll probably be saving their head armor at this stage. They have got the upgraded pistols as well. That finds CZ from his PT50. So I'd say that's probably the most viable option for them at this stage. Going down to low HP. Just going to be trying to hunt them down here. As the terrorists decide to exit out of the bomb site. So 2-0. And we did see that a stack coming in from Luminosity. But as soon as they decided to go towards B, that was it. They couldn't really do much about it. Fallen had to find at least 1 frag there to even make it viable to retake. Didn't happen. TyLoo swarmed the bomb site. This is a great start for them. Exactly what they needed. Keeping 4 players alive in this round as well. Money starting to build up. We go to number 3. This should be the full eco coming in from Luminosity now, so you can almost guarantee this will be a 3-0 in favor of TyLoo. I guess you never know with Luminosity. We did see it.
Yeah, you don't. You really don't. That's the thing.
They've saved 2 sets of head armor here, so Taco and Fur with 5.7s and CZs as well, so there's something there. Not much, but something.
Fancy gonna go up toward alt mid right now. Mo bottom of mid itself with the bomb, but Fur and Taco pushing down apartments. They don't look like they're gonna stop. First going to get toward the bedroom. Taco's going to peek the bottom of the stairs. They could have caught off Fancy right now. He's still going to go toward the smoke at the top of middle, and Taco has crossed over. He's gotten over to the T sides of apartments, so watch for him to go for exit kills, maybe pick up an AK. Again, we talked about stabilizing that CT economy on round 3. That's his chance to do so, but Cold, FNX, they get kills each. Attacker has to get Cold back, but it does give FNX that rifle. And Taco waiting at the bottom of Banana. If FNX can find one more kill and shuffle them that way on exit, there could be a chance to pick up another gun. So the round is going to go to TyLoo. They get the bomb down, but look for the placement of LG on these exits.
Well, we talked about it before on the previous map. Forcing up on the CT half on the second round does affect the economy going forward. So if FNX can save his AK-47, it helps build the money up a little bit more. They do drop tack. If he didn't have the rifle, though, it's going to be FNX trying to save his AK. So if just saving this AK is actually very beneficial towards him and actually going into the first gun round here. So this is a good decision, trying to stay alive. If managed to find 2 kills and save an AK as well, considering the buy, that's absolutely fine. But it will be 3-0 in favor of TyLoo. And currently have a Mac 10 as well, so I'll be interested to see what somebody decides to do with that weapon going into the next one. Will they be trying to keep it? Some Jaden-esque moments coming forward, perhaps? What do you think?
That's not the full, because they do have to buy up.
That's why I said Jaden-esque.
That's true. I get you. You are correct, Henry.
And they're going to drop it, so...
There you go.
3-0. TyLoo now going into round number 4. Fallen has got the AWP, but it's a very difficult buy for Luminosity. They have got the smokes and rifles, but only 1 kit. And Fallen with no utility towards the B side. Here we go for the aggressive pick here.
He's just going to hold the corner as well, get that information, look to fall back. Cold is there, so they can shuffle out with the rifle if they do start to push onto his position. No smoke for Fallen, but Cold has one, and we know that they're easy to deploy over toward that B site from A. But right now, fast execution out of apartments. The flash comes in. Taco's only able to get 1. It's traded, and as such is the case for FNX. Not only that, they found Fur, the last player on that site. So first gun round, and TyLoo's got a major advantage by putting down that bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a 3-on-2 now with a full retake coming in. No kits for the remaining CTs. They're trying to make their way around quad as well. Fallen trying to get that first pick with the AWP, but looks like TyLoo are not giving anything away in this scenario. Bomb ticking away now. Cold Zero needs to make his next move.
And the default smokes go in front of Library, so they're stuck on the other side of them. Somebody pushes through, wants the information. Cold gets the shot, but they've already gotten to the save. So TyLoo's going to go up 4 rounds at the start of Inferno on the T side again. This is very impressive.
Yeah, it's a perfect call. They're going for something very fast and sticking together when the CDs are potentially low on money as well, considering after that force by in the second. So Fallen, he was committed towards the B side, didn't find anything for it. The fast play from TyLoo, they get those initial frags. You heard them screaming every single kill they got. And they're going to go 4-0 here in the third and final map. This is a very strong chance for them, but the problem is they've left one of the world's best snipers with that weapon in hand. The fact he has the AWP gives him potential to force into this one. So they will be coming in with Mag 7s, Famises, an M4, and of course Fallen's AWP. Here we're going back towards the B-bomb site with himself and Cold Zera, and we'll see whether he has a chance to find that first pick. There's that one-way smoke for himself towards the car.
Fallen just barely can see through the edge of that smoke.
That's a really tight angle. Does start to clear up now, but
somebody gonna walk in with Mo toward the apartments. Taco's fallen off this slightly, playing from the balcony. He's gonna fall back to Graveyard as well, but FNX pushed forward, so this is a little bit tight. There's no one in pit directly. Thankfully, Taco's thought better of that and gone over to the more fortified position. But again, those splashes so well timed. They're gonna get out onto the balcony. FNX better angle to cover it this time, and Taco not blinded. Still does go down. That's a lot of pressure on FNX. Shot from the rotation toward Library. That's Fur. He's traded, but still FNX in the sight. Cold, able to clean it up because FNX does such a good job of staying alive.
A more fast, simple plays from TyLoo. Smoke towards the end of the balcony, trying to flash their way out, but the crossfire is very strong for Luminosity this time, holding from the pit and the site, making sure they're all ducking and weaving to attract the attention from TyLoo. Unable to get the return frags there, and Luminosity get their first round on the board. So still in a difficult position. The money's not fantastic whatsoever, but TyLoo will be forcing into this one. Fancy's going to be on towards the CZ. The rest of his teammates will have AKs and utility as well, so we'll see what they bring to the table this round. We have got the aggression once more. Fallen this time will be towards the top of the middle, so adjusting their setup here slightly. Smoking down towards the bottom of Banana, taking away that control from TyLoo. And they still have 4 smokes remaining as well, so you'd assume they're going to try and hold on to Banana as long as they possibly can here. Second smoke gets deployed now.
Fur at the bottom of the stairwell has good forward stance that can actually lend itself to putting 2 players over the arch side rather than holding on to A so tightly. They'll give them the rotation back to B a little bit quicker if they do like to go that position, but Fur very aggressive. Gets to the T side of apartments instead. Hasn't spotted anyone yet, but he's going to get traded. Attacker just happens to pop out, happens to be in those hallways still. And as soon as he takes down Mo, he's gone.
Considering the situation, the time remaining, that's not very beneficial towards Luminosity whatsoever. They've now lost a man, and Inferno's on his maps. If you're spread thin across the bomb sites, it can be very hard to hold. 4-on-4 now favors the terrorists. And
this is a huge round for Luminosity to win as well.
Yeah, of course, and the smokes have been expended towards B as well. It's just going to be coldzera there by himself. He has got a flashbang in hand, just hoping to delay and calling for his teammates here. He's not going to be going for a frag whatsoever. Drops a flash. Now he's calling for rotation, so best he could have done.
Double flash. He's got toward oranges too. They're going to check this. They know he's gone on the site. Who's going to go first? Go slow. DD, don't shoot yet. Does. And DD gets the shot back and instead, has fallen. Has to hold the long angle from the CT spawn. Gap in the smoke, but they've already crossed that. So bomb goes down. TyLoo, he's already quickly on the construction position. Does he get taken down back through the smoke? No. Good play as he gets a kill and fades. And now he can buy space for his teammates to get closer to the site. And Fallen's going to wait with that angle on the AWP. Still not sure if they're going to be flanked out, but as he sits and waits, somebody does peek. And they don't need to do that again. TyLoo, just sit, hold the angles, and it's going to be Fancy that does that. FNX walks out from construction, back to the 2 versus 2. Single kit, only in the hands of TyLoo. And this bomb's been ticking for a while. Again, Luminosity, such a desperate situation. Attacker not spotted at Emo. Goes for the late peek. TyLoo gets the shot. No, it's fallen over his shoulder. But now it's just down to TyLoo. And Fancy's going to clutch it out.
Fantastic stuff there from TyLoo. You have to say from Luminosity, it was actually working as a disadvantage to them, having that banana control for so long. They used all their smokes at the beginning of the round. 3 of them expended at the start, trying to hold that banana control. But once the round had ticked away and TyLoo holds strong and actually found that first frag, they slowed things right down, went towards the B side. coldzera, all he had to hold them off was 2 flashbangs. Couldn't really do anything about it. He went down without any frags being exchanged, and now that's a full reset for Luminosity. They go into the next one. They actually have forced into this match. So CZ's head armor. This could potentially be 6-1 in favor of TyLoo on the T side of Inferno in our 3rd and final map here. This is actually very exciting stages. Imagine the current major champions potentially going out to TyLoo.
And the semi-finalists.
Yeah.
At that as well. I mean, Luminosity, this reset mid-half gives TyLoo such a... I mean, we mentioned it. You need smoke bangs. Look, smoke bangs. That's old school.
Smoke bangs.
The old school meta right there, smoke bangs. You need smokes and flashbangs to hold them off on the CT side. And with this in the middle of the half, it's just going to be such a hard challenge for them to even claw back in. And TyLoo gets the first kill again. Attacker finds Taco Fur, bottom of the stairwell. Gets the shot, falls away, and guess what? They're already at the top of middle. Nowhere for him to run to.
The thing is, as well, they were going to be double eco anyway. They only get $1,900 next round, so they're trying to do what they can with these CZs. You can see Fallen now on FNX, both on very low HP indeed, and that's going to be TyLoo going up 6-1 here. Potentially 7-1 after the next round. coldzera with the AK-47, you'd assume he's going to try and save that. He needs something to work with here, so I think all the CTs will try and save their body armor and upgraded pistols here, but 6-1. Still early stages here. There's obviously a lot of opportunity to bounce back. That AK and saved armor does help. And the cash for TyLoo isn't amazing itself, so they'll be being a little bit more defensive here. They want to throw these weapons away and keep their money strong themselves. But this is a very promising start indeed. That reset came in at the perfect time for TyLoo. You see now somebody, even with 6 HP and that UMP, wants to see what he can do. See if he can find that next kill. Not meant to be, I don't think.
So TyLoo showing off skill first in this game. We talked about Luminosity at the map pool. We thought this might favor them, but again, TyLoo, they're familiar with Inferno, very familiar with Inferno. They're going to leave somebody onto the UMP. It's going to be 4 AKs. We haven't seen Fancy go for that AWP, but it's just Mag 7, AK from Fur that's saved, and then 3 CZ75s. This is outrageous.
There's another 4 spike coming in now.
This is outrageous indeed. And Fur with the only rifle gets aggressive, only able to take 1. Massive damage done though. Cold follows it up, but it's traded, and now B's open. They have to rotate. If he could have gotten more on those sprays, those pesky pillars in front of him denying that possibility, it might have been doable with that AK. Taco's going to go for the flank, but it's a Mag 7 when he pushes through that smoke. It's such a long position to hold.
He's got that Mag 7. This could actually be massive.
They go back toward him, interestingly. That's a shot and a half right there from somebody.
Okay. This is out to get very interesting indeed. We have got 1 player. It's going to be FNX. Low HP players in front of him. Finds the first headshot as well. 2-on-2. Does get the advantage here. TyLoo now have a position to actually plant the bomb. We need to work out whether there's be another player near them.
This is aggressive from FNX. Fallen just gets out of banana now, and FNX has already gone back out boiler door and into a position to peek, but he's picked up the AK, as has Fallen. Hence why he rotated that position toward banana, so he could get the gun. And they both have armor, but they don't have kits, and Mo is inside of the pit. He can play behind that statue so well. and time is peaks. Attacker doesn't need to do that either. Doesn't need to peek. He can just sit inside, get the information, but FNX over top of the box finds him. Traded. Mo finds Fallen. That's the refrag. 1 versus 1. Smoke off, so Mo's not going to have position on that bomb, but he has position to FNX, who pushes through.
That's so huge. The 2-on-2 not working out for Luminosity once more, and TyLoo go up 7-1 here. I think the pause is coming in for Luminosity. They keep force buying these situations. It's not working out for them. The money now at Thursday Lost Play is only getting $2,400, and what a play that was.
I don't know why FNX pushes this. Because the bomb's in behind the box in the corner. He could have actually tapped that and forced him out.
He's got no kit, right? It's very difficult. Like, you have to make a decision. He thought he was behind the pillar. He's like, he probably had vision. If you're from that pillar side, you're looking from the
I guess if
he's fence, you probably can see him.
Yeah, on the fence, you might have been able to.
And so obviously it's a spammable box as well. It's not like he would have survived. So this is massive. This is TyLoo now with Luminosity with 2 force buys in a row, coming down to a 1v1 then. That was a big round for TyLoo to win. They must presumably have to eco this one. They can't force again. They can't allow this money situation to run out of control. So I think this is a good time to take the time out, calm down. It will go to 8-1, but Luminosity, we know how strong they are. Current world champions will just be able to stabilize the money. Oh, what's going on here? Fur's going in with an MP9. Okay.
This is not the discipline we're used to seeing. I did. Luminosity are... If they win this game, it's going to be very hard. I mean, TyLoo is in the full control of this right now.
It's great individual skill and good fundamentals and working trades and actually pushing the CTs back, and simple executions are working out for them. Just raw aim. We talked about it before, that high sensitivity, twitch play. Very impressive so far. And there's good clutches as well. They seem to be the masters of crossfires in any scenarios. They're actually working on taking attention away from CTs, and great comms, finding them frags in these key rounds. We're going to number 9 now. A round you'd assume is going in favor of TyLoo to win in the half at least. Fur has invested in towards the MP9 of his teammates on PT50s. 15 seconds left of this pause. No warps whatsoever. TyLoo sticking with the 5 AKs. I think that's fine. Their money's not actually that strong considering how many rounds they've won. All these rounds have come down to very close situations and lots of clutches, but they're coming out on top every single time.
Stunned Luminosity. Top of the world a week ago. This would be a fall from grace. This would be a dent in the ego. Definitely take their swagger away a little bit. I mean, how would you feel if you were at top of the world and then you lose in this fashion? Sure, you're still the major champion, but kind of takes away that emotion a little bit. We'll see if TyLoo can finish it. 7-1 the lead for MP9. We said this unorthodox buy. Deep smoke, he's going to get aggressive again. This time he has made it into the lower part of Banana. The pillars won't be a problem, but it is an MP9 and not an AK. TyLoo slowed things down at the top of middle with the smoke out. Fancy on top of the ledge, going to try and spray in toward that bedroom position, make sure there's no one else pushed up. They know the situation. They know the money's low.
Well then, CT's 4-man towards the A site. We have got Fur. He's the player with the MP9 alone on that banana area, trying to go a little bit aggressive here. Once again, just trying to face out and see if he can call for early rotations with that pixel peak. As TyLoo will be sticking together, splitting towards middle here. Smoke's gone down towards the outside, throwing out quad. They have lost some control here. Damage exchange. Fallen takes himself down to 65 HP. He gets shot through the smoke there. TyLoo still have tons of time here and all their utility. They'll probably just stick together, just work out every single possible scenario where a CT could be, and work the refrags.
Yeah, there's a problem. If they get Fallen, there's a chance they rotate toward B against these pistols, but they don't know if there's a stack. They don't know the read. Fallen's going to fall away toward library. They're actually going to commit to this. And the smoke out nade in from Attacker. I'd call Kobe, but he retired. We'll come up with something else for that one, as Attacker's going to go ahead and take down Cold Zero as well. Look at the HP, though. It's so low, but they find FNX. And Fur's got an MP9. If he can find Attacker and Fancy fast enough, might be a chance, but he's got no kit. He's got no armor.
Yeah, this is stretching him out.
Look, I'm trying to believe, but there's no belief to be had. DD's going to put him down. Shocking stuff, but impressive from TyLoo.
Well, here we go then. It's Luminosity adjusting things. They're going to be going into a different approach this time. Double AWP setup. Fallen and Cold Zero both with those weapons. So they're looking to get those early picks this time. Stop TyLoo working the defaults and using their great aim to get into these bomb sites. It's been a difficult situation in terms of the money for Luminosity. Finally stabilized now. No kits once again, though. So let's see what they can do with this one. For towards middle, we have got one player towards B. That's just going to be Fallen by himself. They're going for the heavy A stack here. Once again, slowing things down, looking for that banana control. Somebody could be leading the charge here. They do for a flashbang towards the top. Bomb's waiting towards the bottom of mid as well, so if they were to challenge Fallen to find this first kill, that'd be the site completely open. The rotation would be very slow. The closest player is Fur. He's actually heavily committed towards middle.
Must win for Luminosity. If they can pull this back, they'll give themselves a chance again. They are execution based, but TyLoo is such a dark horse. An unknown entity. Fallen, that missed, just hits the corner. Gives Fallen a chance to repeat. And this is desperate. Gets the shot, almost lines up. Nearly gets 2 for 1. Falls back nonetheless and goes in toward the site, but it's going to be a fast rotation. And thankfully, TyLoo's hindered. They're slowed down on this because it gives Fur the chance to get there.
That was the kill they needed. Fallen gives them an advantage here, 5 on 4, but looking like TyLoo will be committing here.
Good flash for Fallen, but gets back up on top of it. Finds that second shot. Looked like the opportunity was lost, but he makes it work. They are inside the site still, and Fancy's going to go for the default plant. But it's 2-man advantage to Luminosity on the retake. No kits. Again, they have to be quick. And no one's going to peek from Emo. On top of the spools as well. Attacker tries to see above the smoke if anyone wants to rotate through construction. But they're going to flash in from water. Taco close, forces the attention, turn the other way. So instead, TyLoo, they try to push back. It's towards construction, but it's Attacker last alive, 1 versus 5. He finds 1 in the smoke, that's easily enough. 2, transfer! Oh, almost gets the 3rd, but Fallen's there.
There was a moment there that spray could have got a couple more, but Luminosity finally managed to get around here after losing 4 in a row. It's Fallen stepping up. The captain of the team finds the first couple of frags and leaves them in a very winnable situation for the retake. TyLoo to get the bomb down though, so their money will be boosted slightly. Now Luminosity need to make sure they're actually chaining some rounds together. Now this double orb setup seems to be working out for them. There's the replay on your screen of the first 2 frags that were gathered by Fallen. Playing that bomb site by himself as well. That was a huge gamble on their side. As I said, if he'd have fallen, and there would have been no chance to actually retake that site. It would have been too far away to get the retakes going. 8-2 now. It's round number 11. Aggression this time from the siege. He's going to be pushing down with those aggressive smokes once again. Spraying through, unable to land the damage just yet.
Get out.
Pushing the terrorists back.
I mean, they are first getting really aggressive there. The second smoke came out just in time so he could stay, but remember, when they had that single AK, didn't get more than 1 kill, and that was the really only chance in that round. Now he's starting to get aggressive on gun rounds as well. Does work out, though. Fallen finds somebody. Taco goes to the corner. They're going to set up for a crossfire play with Fur. See if TyLoo reads this. They've got 1 Molotov they could try and use to flush that position, but that's gone. Attacker goes down. And I'm not sure if it'll be the one dropped on his corpse or not. Depends what he had last drawn. It's going to be Fur that falls, though. Captain Mo out the boiler door. Now the crossfire has to work with FNX. Grenade won't find the low HP player Mo because he's inside of boiler. And FNX going to put his attention firmly in that position. Taco's still holding this cubby. And smoke out in front of him. Can he find the gap in it when it dissolves? They're creeping closer still toward it. Flash through. Taco reads it. They do check it, but it's low. Line up, and it's going to be DD that's the last player alive. Very low on HP, and Cold finds it.
This double orb setup working very effectively now for Luminosity. It's Cold Zera and Fallen, the 2 AWPers, finding those initial picks, forcing TyLoo up towards middle, and then Crossfire's coming in to finish the round off for Luminosity. They have broken the economy of TyLoo here, so finally they can build up their own bankroll here and start edging back into this game. It has been a really difficult affair for them now, but a couple of rounds in a row and keeping players alive as well is definitely beneficial going forward. So TyLoo have gone for the partial buy here. Tech 9s and some armor. 4 smoke grenades as well. Looking like they're going for the straight up B rush. They're going to be challenging the CTs. This could be a massive problem here. Fur needs to find more than 1. He gets down DD, but there it is. He does survive and manages to take down somebody as well. Gets the triple kill. Why not? That could have been really intense.
That's exactly what I was saying last round, is they're starting to get aggressive in that banana position, and if it doesn't work and you get caught, it's such a long and fast rotation that has to come over back toward the B site. So they get away with it, Luminosity, but Fur's going to have to be a little bit careful if he wants to continue doing that. Yeah. And they have been throwing the deep smoke from the CT spawn to try and let it happen, but still, it is a risk.
That was very scary, but they did manage to step up in individual performance. Had he dropped just 1 kill, that could have been a very different scenario. But there it is, round number 13. Luminosity now 3 rounds in a row coming to life here. I can see TyLoo adjusting themselves, allowing that aggression to come in. There's that AWP setup once again, falling by himself towards Banana, looking for the first pick, and Cold Zera towards middle. So TyLoo into a full default here, seeing if any aggression does come in. They probably were trying to retake Banana after the smokes have been dissipated.
That's going to be the crossfire setup again over toward the arch side. For this time, the one playing at the cubby. Somebody's going to creep up top of Banana right now with that smoke out. Fallen won't have the direct read on this. And he's alone. Early rotation. Fancy going to try her back through the smoke. They start to clear out a few of the angles toward mid, including Boiler, with now 2 players occupying it so that they can start to execute. And FNX this time is going to be passively inside the back of pit. Needs to be careful. They've flashed out TyLoo very well from that position before. Late smoke out this time on Arch side as they do go. And they're going to wrap over toward the truck side. Captain Mo already underneath the atrium. Spots up Taco early at the graveyard position. It's good if you're undetected, but now he's got to have to read that. And Fur in the cubby still. Late smoke on him further. He just waits, but the problem is if they wrap truck and he's that far away, he's easy to smoke off at library if they can get the 2 players. B, meanwhile, this is just a fight to hold Fallen in place. And he needs to win this to a good rotation back. Realizes that CT's open. They can wrap back to the A side. He knows his teammates are going to go under fire, but Taco peeks out late. Fur finds the kill as well on a Fancy. Bombs dropped. And LG going to try and hold this. Fur falls, but they still have pick control. Fallen's gone. That's the rotation. Somebody can go for the flank. They find out where Taco is. And it's 2 versus 2. Fallen going down to somebody. That's right. They do have the bomb, but it's still a kill on FNX. Captain Mo if he finds the second one. But time's gone. Thankfully stays alive. And somebody was a little bit late. If he could have come over sooner from the top of middle, it would have worked.
Yeah, somebody who was the complete bait there towards the B side. We saw Fallen challenging him. And the idea was if somebody can find a kill or even show a lot of attention towards that side of the map, they'll peel CT away from the A side, just as TyLoo were executing towards A. But wasn't meant to be. It was a little bit too sloppy. The exchanges were very strong, and the crossfires on that A bomb side, once again for Luminosity, holding TyLoo off. And now we go into round number 14. It's a fast pick from somebody. I'm not even sure he got that round. Or that frag, I should say, as it goes into a 5-on-4. It was that aggressive play once again from Ferb, trying to push down towards the bottom banana with that aggressive smoke, but an advantage gifted towards TyLoo there. Good adaptation. They've been having a problem holding off that CT push coming in. This time they bet the AWP and lock it down. Now they do have the opportunity to go back to a default and see where they can find the next pick.
So 4 rounds now in a row for Luminosity. Bomb plant goes in with the bonus they'll be able to buy regardless TyLoo next round, but they may go further than that. They may find this round. Fallen gets one back, but for FNX, he's down as well. It's 1 for 1 immediately, and it's all left to Cold Zero, who is playing on the B side. Fancy, default plant. Does Cold even go for this?
The money's not great, you know, for CTs. He needs to save his weapon. He's got the AWP, and he's got enough to drop a weapon next round as well. He has to save, so he'll be holding out towards T-spawn. That's another very successful round for TyLoo. The adjustment with the AWP on towards somebody as well. He had a great first map here to kick things off in this series, and it's a good decision from him. He got the decent spawn, taking down the first pick towards Banana, having access towards middle, and they worked very good crossfires there, making their way into the bomb site and locking the CTs out. Fallen did what he could, holding the A bomb site, and he managed to get 1 frag there. But TyLoo now going up 9-5 in the decider match here.
Insanity. Insanity. Luminosity is going to be under full pressure when they go over to this T side.
Well, it's great news that Luminosity did manage to get that off. As I said, had he lost that, they wouldn't have much to play with. He had 5k left over, so they do manage to get 2 AWPs, 2 pistols, and an MP9. So, goes without saying that that save was absolutely crazy important for them going forward. So Cold Zero now needs to find his first pick. These Orps need to do some serious work here as we go into the final round of the first half.
Cold waiting for the shot down middle, hoping someone's going to pop into that underpass, that little gully. No one does. And they can't afford to get aggressive on the apartment side and go passive on B and try and lock them into that banana position because there's just such a good stance from TyLoo and alt middle to hold off these pushes. We saw that with the 1-for-1 trade against Taco early on in the half.
We have got this set up towards the B bombs have fallen once again. He's by himself. They're focused towards the A site. Problem is the CT's 1 kit and now utility depleting as well. There's still over a minute to play with. TyLoo start advancing towards the apartments. They have got control as well. Gonna be those 3 pistols trying to hold off the AKs now. Cold Zero towards the arc side. If the terrorists do decide to go quad, this could be a massive problem for Luminosity.
I'll go inside of the site with only the CZ. FNX. Opposite position with the same gun. And here we go. Flash out. He peeks aggressively. FNX blinded on the second one, but that allows Cold to hit the shot on somebody. He swigs out, takes down DD as well. And Cold, excellent job to shut down the initial push. Bomb, it's dropped. But Captain Mo's got an AWP of his own, and he's got the shot on FNX now inside of the pit. This will start to move the defense, force them to rotate, but it's just him that's remaining, and it's going to be Fur to close it. 9-6. A big round for Luminosity to pick up.
Great round there from Luminosity, up against the ropes completely with that double orb setup working out for them, just allowing themselves to have 4 players on towards A. Good rotation from coldzera once he's smoked out, made his way towards the bomb site. First CZ kill comes in, and that slows down TyLoo, and it's easy pickings for coldzera at that point. So they managed to salvage something from this after the huge deficit. I think it was 8-1 at one stage. They managed to pull it back and actually get the 9-6. So still, if they win the pistol, Luminosity, they bring this to tie things up at 9-9, right? So it's still huge advantage for TyLoo. Very good half from them. Did not expect them to get that amount of rounds or even win the half on the T side, but they've done it, and the pressure is on Luminosity. If this pistol does go against them, they're in a world of trouble.
You can see it. coldzera looking pretty flustered by this. But again, if the pistol does go their way, tie it up at 9, it's a fair game, it's a fair fight, and Luminosity's more than capable on this T side. I want to see if TyLoo, we saw the aggression from Luminosity toward Banana, but if you remember that Cobblestone game against Liquid, how passive they were, how they had great crossfires that forced you to commit to bomb sites. I want to see if TyLoo can do that in B, because then if they commit to Banana, they lock them in.
The bomb sites are very similar to Cobble in that respect. The CT terrorists have to work very hard to even get in past crossfires and stuff like that. Whether TyLoo will be going for that very passive hold on towards the A bomb site and actually not giving them anything before they actually make their way into the site, that could be really cool. But we're going to do the pistol round now. It's looking like Luminosity will be forcing their way in towards B. 3 players. Actually, Bomb's waiting in second mid, so just going for that initial control here. It's only 1 player for TyLoo towards that site. That's going to be DD with the CZ. They'll be just trying to play passively here. As Luminosity decide to fall back towards middle. Now they have obtained the banana control.
But the force rotation. 3 players on the arch side. Somebody's going to spot it first, take 1 quick shot. Has a position to repeat because his teammate's there with a flash to get him out there. There's still 3 here, but it's an overcommitment. No one else facing. They spot attacker inside of the coming. Team kill from Cold, but makes up for it. 2 kills his way on top of that. The other kill going the way of Fallen. But Fancy's going to bait this out, you know. This is actually clever as he drops the bomb down. 49 seconds. They've got time to recover it, but Fancy brings it back down to a 3 versus 2, and he's still got position. Battle going on in CT spawn. Thankfully, Fur wins that, because if DD gets back to a 2 versus 2, Fancy still has position on top of the bomb. He fights forward. He may just get more, but he runs out of ammo.
He did what he could there. It was a very nice play to take the bomb down and give them a chance in that round. But as Luminosity throwing things down, they pushed towards B at the start of the round, pushed the CTs back. Went back towards that mid control. Got decent exchanges. There was a little cheeky little team kill coming in there, but it wasn't too detrimental going forward. That's a must-win pistol for Luminosity going in their favor. So they can go to this next round and breathe easy a little bit. TyLoo will be actually forcing into this. We saw what they did to that economy on Overpass and set themselves up for a horrible situation going forward in that first gun round. But we're going for it this time. 5 CZs and armor across the board. They have got a smoke and a couple of flashes. That's about it. Going aggressive towards the house. This can be a very effective way to use these pistols. Close range crossfires and make the terrorists punish as they try to come through the apartments. It's looking like 4 SMGs for Luminosity, 1 AK. Going to be the first kill for DD coming in. Takes down Fur. Fancy's by himself towards B, and he's going to be smoking them out for now as well. It's a very good read from him.
Yeah, good play, actually, to get the player outside of Boiler once they committed Fur to the open, and smart as well to read this. All right, we got to pick on it. Chances are they don't have much information. They don't have any map control. They might rotate, so instantly they put the second player back over toward that B side. It's somebody that rotates to join in right now with Fancy. And they still have 2 players pushed up in Boiler as well. So decent setup. SMGs though, MP7's gonna have to do some work. Good boost, caught off. Somebody, he's got the second kill. Almost finds the third, but FNX is there. Goes down to 56 HP, and they just have to find Fancy in the corner. CZ for him as well, but Taco continues to jump, finds the kill, and Cold will take down DD. It's Mo and Attacker on the rotate. Got CZs as well. Bomb's gonna be planted off though. No further utility for LG to utilize. They have got the one late onto CT. That forced them into construction.
Yeah, it was a decent start here for TyLoo, but their options are very limited now. Both coming from School's area. FNX is the first kill, and he makes it a double as well. So even though TyLoo got those first 2 picks, they just didn't really have enough to hold on to once Luminosity had committed towards that B site. They managed to get the boost on the site, but a 2-for-1 exchange wasn't going to be enough. As soon as that bomb was planted, that was the round over. And Luminosity bring things back to 9 plays 8 now, and that's the money situation thrown away for TyLoo. They're going to struggle now going forward. Have to be a full eco this time. Going to get a couple of P250s. That's about it. Now this is your real chance for Luminosity to tie things up at 9-9. And we know how strong their T-side can be as well. You talked about the set executions and the strategic play they have. It's going to be a fast play towards middle. coldzera gets the first kill, but Fancy One somehow gets the kill back. DD charming in as well. This makes things interesting. 3-on-3. Round will fall apart slowly but surely for TyLoo, and it's Ferren falling after the kill charts there, but just attacker remaining. But I didn't expect him to get 2 frags. Something to talk about, I guess.
Nearly a third as well. Taco gets dinked up there in the end, down to 7 HP. TyLoo's got the individual accuracy, but 9-9, this is what we talked about, getting it tied up and now having a fair fight forward. Fallen's going to go immediately to the AWP. There's no Jaden here. They want to win.
5 M4s, no kits, no incendiaries. They have got the 5 smokes. Very important on Inferno, but the incendiaries really do help towards the end moments of the rounds as well. We'll see what they decide to do here in terms of a setup. Looks pretty default for now. It looks like they'll be boosting players up and towards the quad. That's going to be attacker. See what the teams do this recently. And somebody getting onto the... We called that the windowsill as well, didn't we? So that's a very efficient setup. All the players won't be checking that position somebody's in right now. And I think you'll find this first kill on the Fer as well.
Yep, because Fer's not going to be the one to check it. He's got to shoulder peek this. If he does do quickly enough, they will get the information. That'll force somebody to drop off of it, because once it's given up, it's easier to read. But look at Mo as well down below. This is a really, really good setup with 2 players boosted and the one to swing out and catch them off.
Problem is, LG have smoked off towards that side of middle, so attacker can see over it, but that's a position they'll certainly check. Luminosity kind of readjusting themselves now, making their way towards B, so no orbs here, and there's a couple of smokes remaining for TyLoo, but it's going to be very difficult. This could probably be the full execute you spoke about before we went into this game. They've got Molotovs, smoke grenades. They could actually go for this full-on execution. That's the final smoke towards B used by Fancy One, so they'll wait for that to go down, set themselves in position to go for the full execution.
Here it is.
5 players alive. This is a dream time to do it.
And it will force DD to move.
Here it comes.
So they bounce them off the skybox. There it is. 1 down, 2 down. Orange is 1, orange is 2. New box covered. The 3 Molotov strategy. Good shot from Cole, because they only have to look at 2 angles on the way, and that's one of them. This is the other. But DD gets the shot. Fer might get Mo rotating, but they still have to confront DD back toward Emo. Good shoulder peek out from him, but it's FNX. I read out of my peripherals. It looks similar, but he gets the kill. And that's going to force TyLoo back. So that is the exact setup, that exact Molotov play. If they can't find picks on A, they go to it.
What's so cool about it as well, people are probably watching that thinking, oh, the Molotov's missed, they haven't hit any CTs there. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if it hits the CTs or not. It just eradicates possibilities where the CTs can be. So it just means that the coldzera can go into that, knowing he can just concentrate his aim towards that spools area and just completely wreck the CT as he comes into that bomb site. It's such a cool position to be in, and it's such a problem. If you allow Luminosity to run the timer down like that and actually get themselves in position when you have no vision on it whatsoever, and you've got no smokes to even hold them off, it's almost impossible to win the round at that stage. It's such a perfect play. Great calling by Fallen there to get them number 10 on the ball. They actually take the advantage here as well. That's a very well executed play. This textbook counter-strike there from Luminosity. At that stage though, Luminosity, when TyLoo get to that kind of stage, it's a dying moment of the round. They can feel an execution coming. You need to be reacting, you need to be flashing over, and you need finding a pick, you need to be slowing it down. You can't allow 5 players of full utility to come onto that bomb site. It's very, very difficult to hold off, and now we have a huge advantage for Luminosity going to the next. I think a timeout has come in from TyLoo. Now they're feeling the pressure a little bit more.
Absolutely. Just where we've got a chance as well. I think it's gone public. It's already, I saw it on Reddit getting upvoted.
Oh, yes.
Guardian has been cleared by his medical team to join Na'Vi. He'll be flying in for the playoffs. Remember, the playoffs start on Saturday. They've got 2 days before that happens. So they've got time to get him here and get warmed up. He's been going through a lot of medical treatment. His decision, his doctor's decision, he's fine. He's ready to go.
Well, they've managed to do a good job without him so far, so that's kind of scary. The thought they're even going to get even better.
Keep this in mind, too, because remember the Valve Major, when they committed to playing with Threat, once they started the tournament, they had to stay with it. This one, they're allowed to switch. DreamHack has okayed it, so he'll be in. And what a difference that'll make, especially if he's on his form.
You seem to have an opinion about that. You feel like he should be resting?
Look, I mean, it's his decision. He knows more than I do about it. But based on how sore he did look after the Major, if I were him, look, they made it into the playoffs. They're doing all right. Starix is playing well. If it really is an issue that's that bad, and if he comes here and plays and it starts to hurt again, I would have liked to see him take more time off, take advantage of it while he can, and get fully 100 up to 100% instead of starting to make it worse again. It is a football-related injury. It's not like the CS is what did it and it's what hurting it, but it isn't helping, that's for sure. So, again, his doctors and he know more than I do. It's their decision. I trust them, but I do have my concerns.
It's still kind of cool, a little last-minute storyline there. Guardian returning to make Na'Vi even stronger here. It was great. StarX actually played very well this tournament. That was actually really cool to see that happen. He kept them strong in this tournament. It's looking like the pause will be coming unstuck momentarily. So we'll have a look at the buy coming in for TyLoo. As I mentioned before, Luminosity now have the advantage 10-9 and they're getting tons of cash here as well. The score on the second half currently is 4-0. TyLoo did save 2 weapons from the previous round. It doesn't look like they'll be forcing into this one. They're going to be trying to use these 2 M4s to the best of their ability and see what they can do. It's going to be somebody, an attacker with those weapons. And all of a sudden, a massive lead that TyLoo had at the beginning. 8 played 1. It does start to slip away. Round number 20. CZs, PT50s, 2 M4s. Be trying to find that first pick. Let's see how they approach the situation. 1 player towards the B side. That will be somebody. And 4 stacking towards A.
FNX is going to confront somebody, but he gets taken down.
Here we go.
This is the start, LG. They have to find a way back into it right now. DD pistol pops out, but Fur's there. Crossfire set as he'd already made his way into toward the boiler. The jump from the haystack. Now the 3 players stacked up on the arch side are going to get confronted because they smoke off toward truck. First spotted the one on the right. Molotov out. Spreads just far enough. Flash, though, clears it. Cold catches him just barely as attacker tries to get into the transition position to go away and stay safely alive, but Fur finds the other 2. That gives it up, and it's going to walk into A. Somebody, the only one with a kill, the only one with a rifle. They know where he is, and Fallen's got him down.
Lovely stuff there from Luminosity. It was somebody to find that first pick. We said someone had to step up. He went aggressively towards the car. Did get 1. The round fell apart, it seems, as Luminosity capitalized towards middle and found those frags. But here we go then. The money has stabilized for TyLoo. We have got the AWP coming out on towards Mo. Luminosity looking very strong in the second half. The score is going to be 5-0. And their money's getting very strong as well.
And somebody's going to go for a flash out again this time. This is the flash that bounces out, covers off late, but it doesn't actually flash cold because he's beyond the bench. That's designed to actually cover off the top of the stairwell. Fallen spamming through this smoke, hoping he gets a little bit lucky. Why not add 1 more to that list of kills that they get this round and take a 2-man advantage? He's playing on top of the yellow car. He's far enough back. There's no more smokes out on this banana position, though, and there's 1 smoke left to throw from Fancy. Another from Mo. That's 1 will get to play. That's from A to the bottom of banana. So that'll leave Fancy with 1 more if he falls back and has to go for the quick right-click retreat smoke at the top of the choke point.
Problem is now, it's the same, similar sort of scenes. Luminosity have picked up their first frag. They still have 5 smokes and all their Molotovs as well. They can slow things right down, keep pushing the CTs back. We have got Mo in towards the apartments with the AWP, trying to find that next pick, but Luminosity is gaining full mid control here. There is 1 player towards B here, so they could decide to fall back and do that B execute once again. It's a very similar situation. The CTs have nothing to work with. They have no mid vision. They can't see what's going on towards Banana. It looks like the bomb will be heading up there. It's going to be a B split coming in from CT spawn as well, so this is actually be really cool. We can see the CT player in the form of Fancy will be waiting on the B side. He's got DD trying to help him out from CT spawn, but he's going to have to try and take down 3 players here as the split comes in.
Fallen takes down DD after he finds Fur, though. Fallen and Cole low, but they've got the wrap. They've got CT control. As such, TyLoo not even going to confront it. They're going to rotate back through the bottom of Banana, but it puts pressure on Fancy. He's got to buy space. He's got to buy time. Goes for the peek, drops the bomb. That's crucial because now FNX has to not only get the kill, but get the bomb and get it planted. And it's his 2 teammates that are low on HP. His attacker's going to go first. He's got the M4. He also has the kit, keep in mind. But Mo's limited by this. He has to come in with the AWP. They're stacked up. Mo hits the shot. Cold goes down. It's low HP for Fallen. Finds the first. Needs to be careful on his repeat because there's an AWP staring at him.
What a retake that was. Look, the Luminosity had it all tied up there. But it comes in, Mo with 2 frags towards the end. It was him versus Fallen. And Fallen had no choice but to go for the pick.
And that's partly due to where the bomb was planted.
Yeah.
Again, it got dropped in, and FNX just had to grab it and plant it wherever he could.
That's the thing. There was like, what, like 6 seconds remaining when he actually threw the bomb down. You're absolutely right. Had he got across the site without Fallen seeing that, doing the round over, so he had no choice but to face. And TyLoo bounced 1 back here. After losing that first frag as well, as I mentioned, Luminosity had such a great setup for them. They actually got the initial pick, got themselves set up towards the banana split as well, coming in. They got the equal exchange of frags. Bomb gets planted. Somehow TyLoo come out on top. The problem is money's still a problem for them. If they do manage to keep the AWP, we can see 2 players on towards Famis's here. If they were to lose this round, it's almost certainly a double eco coming in. We'll see whether they can do this. As Cold Zera once again opens it up. Fast play towards Banana. Does get the kill on towards DD. And it seems like that's a continuing storyline here. Cold Zera just running around on the map and finding opening kills anywhere he goes.
Why not? Cold's good at it. They had the opening kills in the last round as well, remember. And TyLoo were able to equalize it, take it one further than one-on-one. Fallen with the AWP this time, trying to find an opening over toward the B site, which is occupied by 3 players right now. But Taco and Fur, if they started to work up this apartment position, they'd realize A's pretty much open. They've got Mo on that side of the map. Somebody's going to rotate over, but they don't have Pit. They don't have the site itself covered off. Thankfully, somebody gets aggressive and just hopes no one's in the top of apartment staring out at the library door and just rotates immediately inside of that site. He's actually going to get more aggressive than that as well as he starts to push up behind the smoke. Cold flashes through. Mo hits the shot. There you go. It's equaled out again.
Well, it's going to be Luminosity now funneled towards the B site. But this time, TyLoo have got 2 players there. Attacker looking a little bit more aggressive. It's Fallen, edging his way in. Molotovs go over, waiting for CT to show himself.
That one missed, I think. Yes, it did. Orange is 1. They still have it. And Fancy's going to spray down because of it. Look at how much difference that makes. They missed 1 Molotov. They only had 2 to work with because Cold went down, and they miss it. And the strategy falls apart.
Cold Zero opens it up once again, and Luminosity can't finish the round off. They had a huge advantage in terms of the buy as well. The Famases and the crossfire once more of TyLoo coming up strong on towards that B site. Seems like Luminosity trying to edge their way in without a smoke, or out smoking up key areas. And as you said, the Molotov missed actually towards Oranges too. So we'll see what kind of buy comes into this one. We can see Luminosity. This is probably the final round before they are eco. 2 in a row now for TyLoo. They managed to stabilize things and get AKs and M4s out. Mo still on towards the AWP in the apartment. He's going to be challenged as well now. Can he find his first pick?
Oh, easy.
Of course he can. Lovely shot towards Taco.
TyLoo. 11-11. Make a wish, Henry. And if you like the underdogs, I think I know where your wish is going to go.
Can you imagine?
They've got a real chance right now. This is incredible.
What a storyline.
Fallen and Cold Zero now going to try and work these picks again. They do have Molotovs, but only 1 in this round, so the strategy not even possible, and Mo nearly finds a second shot. You know he's crossed over. No one else going to face Mo, so they couldn't even set a cross, couldn't even set a trade against him. Not like a trade's going to favor them at this point anyway, because it would put them down 3 versus 4. 57 seconds left in the round. They do start to work back toward this B site. Mo's yet to rotate away from it as well, so if they find the kill on DD and get a smoke out towards CT, it's possible. And Cold's going to sit back as well and catch rotation.
DD's in the back towards Emo, trying to just jump occasionally and see whether the T's are coming in. They are going to be committed at this stage. 1 player towards middle for them. There's going to be a fake coming out here. So Bong's making his way back. So they're trying to peel away as many CTs as they can from the A side. We've got Cold Zero getting the rotation, but it's Fancy. Fantastic headshot on the Cold Zero, giving them a huge advantage here. 5 on 3, and there's no real positional control from the terrorists as yet. They're going towards quad with the bomb, but it's too late. Somebody's coming to life here. Takes down Fur, and they're going to take FNX as well. Fallen the last remaining player. It's a 5 on 1. What a round has this been from TyLoo?
Money's gone. Fallen. 350 and an AK in the hand. It's 1 versus 4. That all comes, that fake call comes from Cold, who says, all right, I heard 1 rotate.
Yeah.
I can catch them off. Let's get more to come my direction. And Fancy absolutely obliterates him. That's the kill that actually pivoted the round back in the favor of TyLoo. And they're going to go up by 1 with a huge money advantage right now.
Yeah, absolutely right. Fallen does save an AK-47, but that's such a huge play. It actually was quite a nice call from Luminosity. The fact they had Cold Zero waiting for the rotations there. And he's been absolutely lights out so far. We thought he'd get 1 or 2 kills in that situation, but just gets removed from the server.
I really did think that they were going to try and boost and check Emo where they didn't have any execution potential without the Molotovs on B. And if they had, they might have got the pick they needed, but man, oh man. I mean, the accuracy, again, from TyLoo, it's super good. You say Cold normally hits those shots, but Fancy just one-ups them right there.
We're going to round number 24. TyLoo take the advantage back here, 12-11. And it has been a force buy from Luminosity here. You can see the first pick comes in. Fallen gifted the kill from Mo there. He went aggressive towards second middle, trying to get that pick with the AWP. You know Fallen wants to retrieve that weapon. And once again, they have the man advantage here. Taka just go down 23 HP. They can get that AWP. That does boost the buy they've come in with. It's 3 Tech 9s and 2 rifles there.
Still tense. Kits on 2 players for TyLoo. Not 1 on DD. Plays solo on the B site, but chances are he would be the one to be alive and defuse in that situation anyway. Smoke out on Arch. Quick check. FNX is waiting inside of apartments. And Fallen's just going to double check to make sure there's no one close on the flank so that when they do execute, they won't be immediately countered by someone on TyLoo getting aggressive.
Fallen has got the AWP now as well, so they're slowing things down, seeing if he can work the next pick. They still have 2 smokes remaining as well. Somebody is pretty aggressive towards the quad side. You can see him just edging for a pick. Gonna get this one as well. Great shot from him. Equalizes things at 4 on 4.
Fallen and wraps around toward that library position. He's trying to bait out that shot. He's trying to get someone to walk out in that direction, wait for the rotation, but in slowing down, Fancy's gone back the other direction toward the arch, and they've got players looking both directions in the site. Somebody's waiting for him to peek, and Attacker's watching his back from the graveyard, and there it is. They work it out. They get the crossfire set. Attacker takes down FNX. This force buy hasn't amounted to anything. They try and get the bomb down. It's 8 seconds, and TyLoo fully resets Luminosity and have a 2-round lead.
Wow.
And no bomb plant. They're just under the mark where they could get a full force buy out of this.
We saw Mo going aggressive in that initial stages of the round, trying to get the pick towards second middle. Luminosity found it and picked up an AWP as well, but just unable to do anything with it. Just great crossfires once again from TyLoo. They're so defensive on the side. They're making Luminosity fully commit. And with the lack of utility, it's a very difficult prospect. So once they got to the bomb site, DD showed themselves and locked them down. They're going to be going for the quasi-buy here. It's going to be Tech-9s and Desert Eagles. They have got smoke grenades and flashbangs, but it's looking very promising for TyLoo to go 14-11 here in the second half, going aggressively towards B. DD finds the first kill. Fancy coming to life as well. It's an easy round here for TyLoo as they get the first 3 frags. Falling back now. coldzera trying to do what he can with this, and FNX.
These crossfires are so good from TyLoo, man.
I know.
2 rounds, and you can hear how pumped they are. You know, LG is the complete opposite. Fallen's the man that never gives up, but this has to start to rattle them.
1 round away from series points.
Timeouts already used, both sides.
Fallen has the AWP now, so that's actually maximum loss bonus as well. So $3,400 coming in, so that partial buy obviously justifies. They still have tons of cash going into round number 26 here. So Fallen waiting for the aggression towards middle. He's got the 2 steps for now. And we can see it in more aggressive stance towards B from TyLoo right now. This sent 3 players there, but actually going to be only there for the potential rush coming in. So they'll be rotating back towards CT spawn. And they've actually left 1 player there in the form of DD. He's very passive, all the way in CT spawn himself. So he's looking just to get information and stay alive at that stage.
Fur down toward the stairwell inside a boiler again, though. Stack up on that arch side. Somebody, Attacker, flash in, goes for the peek. Taco's gonna spot that, falls away, doesn't go down. Important they don't give up this first pick again, Luminosity, and Fur's now gonna go back down toward that doorway and see if he can take advantage of the fact that they clearly have more than 1 player back toward the apartments. Bomb way back, by the way, toward T-spawn, so it really is just all about picks at this point for Luminosity.
LG have got control of Banana now as well. The bomb is still down towards T-spawn, as you said, so DD still able to hold the position by himself. He tried to adjust himself and gain some real estate here on the map. Fur has got towards the end of boiler room, but there is still a smoke and a Molotov left for TyLoo, as the bomb does make its way towards the top of B as well. So FNX going to be the first man to face it. They've got the AWP coming in, but somebody gets the first pick onto Taco now, funneling the terrorist towards B.
DD through the smoke, but gets pushed, and that works out perfect. You might not have tracers on that smoke, but that close, it's even easy to figure out. And FNX, he goes through and finds Mo as well. And they've got a real chance, Luminosity, to start mounting this back into the game. Is Fallen gonna go for the default. Attacker and somebody over on the A site. Money right now, it's reasonable, but it would be best to say because $450 for Attacker only, and it's $3K for somebody, Mo, Fancy. They'll get $1,400, they'll be fine, but in the for the sense of Attacker and for the sense of saving out and playing this long game, they've got a bit of a cushion to work with. There's no point giving this up.
Yeah, keep the weapons. That came down to DD. He had the footsteps coming in towards the B side. He did go for the full spray down. But as soon as he was going to reload, the FNX punished him, pushing through that smoke, and got a fantastic shot onto Mo, the AWPer as well. But somebody does manage to salvage their AWP. Luminosity holding on here, not allowing TyLoo to go onto series points here. coldzera does find him. That Attacker drops, but the AWP is still in the hands safely of somebody. That was actually kind of interesting. TyLoo got that opening pick once again. Luminosity reacted very quickly. And we go to round number 27. Full buy for both teams. It's going to be Fallen on the AWP. The tension is mounting here. There's the replay on screen right now. That fantastic second shot from FNX as he pushed through the spawn area. See what kind of setup coming in from TyLoo this round. It was very defensive. And it was a big problem for them actually going forward.
Mo up mid-peak, hits a great shot on Fur. Again, he gets close by the bench. His flash not going to work in that position. And the reactions are absolutely perfect. A 1-man advantage again for TyLoo.
They got this last round, but Luminosity clawed them way back into it. So,
and it's only going to be $1,400 if Luminosity lose this. That will go their way. They're going to be desperate for cash.
there will be going for the banana control here once again. TyLoo not very aggressive towards the side of the map, though. More than happy to give it away to Luminosity.
But now we're starting to see that TyLoo we saw in Cobblestone as well, where they're getting passive. They're just letting you walk in and trap yourself. And Luminosity, execution-based team, needs to find a way to adapt to this and force them out of those positions. They do have 2 Molotovs still to work with this round, but it's only 2, remember, and the whole point of that is to clear out one entire side of the site.
They've chucked 3 smokes towards B now, and they're not actually committed to this as of yet. They're waiting to see if the CTs are willing to give up all of their utility before they go in. So the smokes have now dissipated. Here come the flashbangs. It looks like they will be going into the site.
No Molotovs thrown, so they're just going to go in completely against this. And DD sprays down 1 already, and there it is, Fancy on top of the spools. It's going to be that point for TyLoo. Money going to be tight for Lumi. They're going to have to force it out, and Fallen, he's not even going to be able to save. They're waiting for his retreat. But somebody's a little bit late through that underpass. He might just get by him. Faces up, takes down 1 an attacker. And somebody pops up.
Wow.
A jack in the box. Somebody says hello, and you are gone. It's going to be map point TyLoo.
Series point TyLoo. This is crazy. They're so close to winning now. Got a better 3 rounds here. And as you said, the money is pretty low for Luminosity. If they could have saved that orb, it would have been fantastic. But you're absolutely right with this setup. They're forcing Luminosity to fully commit before they actually face. Jumping up on the spools, finding the double kill. And it all came down for Mo getting that initial shot to the man advantage into favor of the Chinese side. But here we go then. Round number 28. Galil, Tech9 and Taco and Fallen. 3 AKs. They definitely don't have the utility of one of their full executes. You have to rely on the likes of Cold Zero to open this map up. It's all to play for now. Can't afford to drop a single round. TyLoo, touching distance of taking this.
Cold Zero flashes off Mo. He's got to go back, but he's going to play the off angle. He's not going to rotate to Library. Hits another great shot on Fur in the air. And it's a 2-man advantage. TyLoo make it now a 3-man Phoenix. He's got to get 1 more back. He's got to rise from the ashes like the Phoenix that he claims to be, but he's caught in the open, and TyLoo, they'll shock not only Liquid, but wake up world, because the major champions have just lost to China.
Amazing scenes there. You can see how much it means to them. What a final map that was. It looked like Luminosity were coming back very comfortably in the opening stages of the second half there, but all of a sudden, the adjustments come in from TyLoo, and they completely wreck them. 6 clean rounds in a row. And that's it. The major champions being knocked out by one of the biggest underdogs of this tournament. No one had actually expected them to even get out of the group stages, let alone to be knocking these guys out. That's absolutely nuts. 2-1. What a series that was.